What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, life is great. It has been a great weekend. It has been a great time for all my sports families. And yeah, man, I'm in the heart of a conference championship game #1 right now for my Lady Dukes out there. All right. Then I got another championship game tonight for my guy Dukes. We got us a quarterback added to the roster. Man, I was trying to go to sleep last night. D woke me up out my sleep. Oh, hey, now. You feel me? Just a lot going on. I get to see my dog, my partner, them. I got a birthday this week as well, bro. I mean, like I said, bro, life is great, man. It was some dope fights. I mean, just across the board, bro. Across the board. I think I might just say I feel unlimited. Maybe that's why I just feel unlimited right now, bro. Yeah. You feel unlimited? How you feeling, bro? You look unlimited. You look like super unlimited, like unlimited.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I think a lot of people want me to be down.
Don't be down, be unlimited.
But I'm good.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely good. Even keel, as I said.
Stoic, right?
Steady.
Stoic.
Yeah, steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some ups with the situation that occurred. I guess it was last night. I woke up to it this morning. I was out cold.
It was about 12:55, about 1 a.m. all time deep. It hit us. Yeah, it hit us.
Yeah, so there's some ups and downs related to the circumstance. But yeah, overall it's positive.
Yeah.
Overall it's a positive.
I like your energy. I like that
So I'm
positive.
good.
That feels positive. I like that. I like that, baby. But yeah, man, just across the box, it was just dope. It was just a dope weekend, bro. It's been a vibe, man. I seen some knockouts. I seen some championship fights. You know, got some hoop action. I mean, it's just been good. Can't complain at all, man. And like I said, I'm really excited today because we're gonna obviously deep dive into this quarterback situation, Russ signing or communicating that he is going to sign once the new league year starts on the 13th. So yeah, man. Like I said, it's gonna be a great day today, bro. You're a great day.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. You got a deep thought for us today, man. What's on your vibe, bro?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Not today.
Like I said, you see me. I'm over here. I'm decked all the way out,
on
bro.
my mind outside of the Steelers quarterback situation
and
free agency too. I mean, I wonder when we're gonna make a move.
Crazy.
What's Omar Khan doing?
I mean,
Just
technically,
leave it at the wheel.
we've made the biggest move we needed to make thus far. This was the most important move. Everything else is gonna be secondary, but this is the one that we had to make. If we don't make another move, I'm like, all right, cool. I just like this move a lot, though. I like that's how I felt. But I'm kind of distracted. Like I told you, bro, I'm in the middle of we done tied it up. My Lady Dukes. I'm trying to tell you, we at Marshall's neck today, all right? My guys already done knocked them off the other. They had to hit my little brother up too. You know, I let him know, hey, bro, my school better than your school, just in case you ain't remember that. So I need to double it up, baby. Come on. But with that being the case, man, let's dive into it because, like I said, we got plenty that we're going to have to talk about today. And like I said, yeah, free agency has started. It's been crazy. We even got people requesting trades in the division. Interesting stuff, man. So with that being the case, let's go ahead and start the show like how we always do. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from. And that way we'll give you the big boy shout out to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. As you see, we might pull up at 1 a.m. to drop a vid. You feel me? Like, you just never know. You never know. All right. Salute it. And go Dukes.
Mixing that Deke and Kenny pack right now.
Oh, I seen somebody on they brought up the Francis Ngannou pack. So now they got the Deke pack. We got a Kenny. Yeah. Is Kenny really a pack now?
Yeah.
Dang. Is Deke really?
Definitely for the chat. Yeah, I see.
It was like a package deal. Y'all was hybrid, just blend it together.
They didn't have to do it, but I understand.
I was chill. I didn't even want to go there. I did have a question though. Do you think that your man sent the text
to Russ?
Because we seen Mitch do it for Kenny.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Did the Steelers organization ask Kenny to send a text to Russ?
That's what I'm saying. Like, because
you answer mine first.
I think if they respected Mitch enough to have Mitch send a text to Kenny, I think that they should have some respect enough for Kenny to tell him, hey, man, send a text to Russ. Welcome. What you think?
Hell no.
No?
Hell no.
What's the difference?
I think on both sides.
But what is the difference though? Because they did ask Mitch to do it. So why would they ask Mitch to do it but not ask Kenny to do it?
Come on, dude.
In your perspective.
We know what this is.
I'm serious, bro. What's the difference? What is the difference?
No.
What's the difference?
There's a big difference.
Mitch, welcome Kenny to the team.
Listen, I didn't like them asking Mitch to do that in the first place.
Yeah.
So, but it's hell no to that. It's different circumstances. Yes.
I'm just saying, bro. They did it with the last one.
And it shouldn't even be a thing to begin with.
They did it with the last one. I just didn't know if they was going to do it again with this one or not. Yeah. So
no,
you don't think they'll do it?
No, they didn't ask, nor did Kenny send one of his own volition.
Do you think they at least talked to him prior to this?
No, I don't. I don't actually. I think they talked to him once they knew they were going to sign Russ and said, like, hey, this is what's happening. Time to compete. Heads up. 2 dogs, 1 bone.
Oh, man.
Maybe Tomlin just sent Kenny a text. 2 dogs, 1 bone. Let's get it.
That's it. Just send him a picture. Just
something like
2
that.
dog emojis and a bone.
Maybe send him the T-shirt. Yeah. The Tomlin T-shirt from the website.
Shout out. That low-key could have worked. If I ain't have my JMU gear on, I probably would have worn a 2 dogs, 1 bone shirt, bro. Probably would have done it. But it's JMU day today. We compete for the championships, man.
No, I don't think a text was sent. I think Kenny's pissed.
You think he's pissed?
Yeah.
You think Mitch was pissed when he? Well, I guess Mitch did say he was a little bit caught off guard by it.
Aaron Rodgers was pissed when they drafted Jordan Love. Ben was pissed when we drafted Mason Rudolph.
Yeah,
I get it.
This is true.
Tom Brady pissed about Jimmy G.
This is true.
It's a very natural emotion.
Okay.
For these type of circumstances.
I like it. And shout out to D.D. Smalls too, because he's definitely the one who brought that up. I totally had forgot about that part right there, man. About that text message, man. He was curious though. He wanted to know, should Kenny send that text message tonight? I actually think he should though, just to keep it full circle, keep everything equal in the competition. Because that was a part of the competition last time. That was a part of the dynamic for Mitch going into the competition. He knew he had to send this text before the competition ever started. So I just think it would be appropriate for Kenny to send the text before it all starts, just to let him know, like, hey, bro, welcome to the family. I appreciate you being here. And then hit him with the good luck.
No way.
No. Oh, man, that's crazy.
No.
All right.
And you agree with me, too.
You know I agree with you, but it's just the fact that they have already showed their head by having Mitch send Kenny that text that now I'm just like,
that was just stupid. Hopefully they learned their lesson.
Just like, bro, y'all really did that?
Listen,
the fact that they did it, I'm just like, bro,
hey, we had Ben for 18 years. I don't think they really knew how to act in these situations.
Deke, they said, text that man, welcome to the team, bro. I'm just like, if that's the Kenny to doing the rest, just make it all things equal. Make it all like kumbaya, I suppose. I don't know. That was like super weird when it came out then. I hope they don't ask Kenny to do that now.
No.
I think it would be very, very weird. The same way we looked at that as weird, I think we would look at this as weird too, bro. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. In terms of text messages being exchanged, I think Russ would be the guy to reach out to Kenny. Yeah. Probably already has.
Mm-hmm. This is a different. We haven't had this vibe since 7. In terms of not on-field production, I'm just talking about just a true leader. The true, like, when you talk about a guy that's going to command the team, that type, yeah. The guy that, remember when Mitch got there and everybody was working out with Mitch in Florida, is like, he's that type of guy. He's like, yo, everybody's going to come and train with me now. Like, that's a different feeling that, like I said, we just haven't had recently, man. But,
yeah, just overall, not even talking the quarterback position. We haven't had just a leader on offense in general.
Period, yeah. Like
all these young dudes and guys that haven't been around for even like the Killer B era. Whenever Ben was here that last year, it was just a bunch of young dudes.
Yeah, so guys like
Deontay, I think, was the oldest guy.
He was. Yeah, he was the vet. That was the crazy part. It's like right now, man, these guys are going to get a chance to be around somebody that has actually won it all. Has actually had a chance to go back and has lost it. This is the dude that when you talk about just every emotion or anything that could potentially come up this season, he's been a part of it in some way, shape, or form prior to this and has found ways to overcome it.
Well, even just coming in humble, too, because that was one of the things we were talking about a lot as the Russell Wilson rumors were being brought up. Is he going to come in and be willing to compete, or is he just going to want the QB1 spot as soon as he signs? And apparently the Steelers have made it clear you're coming in to compete. Now, Okay. I mean,
I love it.
That's out there.
I love it.
That's straight up out there. And I'm sure that was brought up in the conversation. So Russ understands what the Steelers want, what their expectations are.
Yeah.
And he's willing to humble himself and say, all right, I'll come and compete. Even though you're not giving me the job like right away or anything, I'll compete.
He said that's the mindset you want to see, man.
And that's coming off of him having his own office in Denver, getting $50 million per year deal out there. And like, you're Russell Wilson. So like, you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. You are Super Bowl champ. The metric that we deem as end all be all, you've already crossed that threshold. And you did it super early in your career as well. Man, it's just different space right now, man. Different space that he's in. But I do think that's part of, like I said, why this makes a lot of sense. Why it's, like I said, exciting, man. And I think KP, I could understand being partly pissed. But at the same time, just make sure you got the right mindset. Because, yeah, you want to compete with it, but it could also be an asset for you. What you can't do is have that mindset that you had when they asked you, did you learn anything from watching Mason? And your response was no. Right mindset, though, man. I think this could be dope for all parties involved, man.
Yeah, it's objectively a good move.
You think it's a competition, though?
They said it. So,
what's your heart tell you, Deke?
I already told you. Like, come on. I told you this.
But it's only $1.2 million.
You bring in Russell Wilson. Come on.
It's 1.2 mil.
Come on, dude. If you're signing Russell Wilson, you know why you're signing Russell
2
Wilson.
months ago, we both would have been like, he's probably on the back end. We don't want that.
Well, for the amount.
Yeah.
For the amount that we thought it would take to get him, draft pick plus money.
Yeah.
Probably not worth it, but now I'm looking at some Russ highlights from last year, and I'm like, you know,
I know you see the where he spit out and then throw that thing, drop it to the back of the end zone for the Jerry. I know you've seen it.
All right, here's
I
really like that one.
You've seen that one. I'm like, bruh. Then he got when we did it to the other end zone versus the Chargers. I'm like, oh.
I like that first one a little better though.
It's like,
No, so I remember my initial take on Russ throughout the season. You could probably go back on podcasts. Anytime Russ was brought up, I'm like, dude, he's actually not doing bad with Denver.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
And I think I felt that way once the season ended. But then whenever he was brought up coming here, potentially, I was like, what? You know, it's going to be way too much for him. Like, 35, 36. His contract's insane. That's not worth it at all. Because he was brought up, Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And then we got the news that, he's available for $1 million. This was like a week or two ago.
Game changer.
And it's like, you know what? I don't really have an argument against this. So if it happens, it happens. Like, there's a case that Russ could actually fit pretty well in the Arthur Smith system. There's a case that Russ isn't completely washed. There's a case he could have a little second stint to his career here, second win.
Mm-hmm.
There's a case for all that. Just like I've been making the case that we could do good by having Kenny as the starting quarterback or Mason. So that's all in play, but you attach Russell Wilson to that name or that potential. It's like, man, he's already done it. It's just about what risk you're wanting to take, and I think the least risk is Russell Wilson out of all those guys. Yeah. And so I get it. I completely get it. It's just, this is what I was saying at the beginning or hinting at the beginning. Like, it's a pro. Like, this is ultimately a great thing for the Steelers, no matter what.
Right.
Low risk, high reward. Right. Because if Russell Wilson's Russell Wilson, this is what you've been looking for, and it's on cheap.
1.2 mil.
Or if Kenny beats out Russell Wilson, or it's not working out with Russ, and Kenny becomes the guy, then there's your high reward. You might have your long-term answer there.
And you just sitting down 1.2 mil.
Yeah,
it doesn't kill anything.
But the I guess the con to it, just from my personal perspective, no one else cares about this. I know that for a fact. Is just I don't think I'm going to be able to get to see Kenny in year 3 here. That's all.
Okay. Well, you still will get a chance to see him, at least in the preseason, because he's going to get opportunities to show what he.
They say competition too.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's going to get an opportunity in the preseason. Is it impossible for Kenny to beat out Russell Wilson? No, it is not impossible. Now, is it likely? Probably not, but it could still happen, and that's the one thing that we would all agree. It is a possibility for it to happen. Now, Like we said, when we're talking about the percentages of it.
It's going to be interesting. Like the OTA, all this stuff's going to be pretty interesting to see how it plays. Because what if you do get some of these like really positive reports from Kenny early on? And who knows? But yeah, I mean, if you're putting your money somewhere.
Yeah. I just think it would be interesting if Kenny did beat him out, how people would feel knowing that Russell Wilson is sitting on the bench, regardless of if Kenny did legitimately beat him out, just because when you're talking about what we've seen both of these guys do in games, we've just seen way more from Russ. And it's like, would people really be cool with that if that did happen, or would they be booing Kenny the way that we were booing, or people were booing Mitch at one point for Kenny to come out there? Would they be booing Kenny for Russ to come out there if Kenny were to start week 1?
I told you, Kenny's got like a 4 or 5% approval rating right now.
This is very legitimate. This is very legit. You know what, Deke? I didn't want to believe you when you first told me that. The more I've been watching you, they don't rock with your boy at all, bro. He is on the naughty list, man. They don't like
I can't stand him. I mean, this is worse than Mason.
Yeah,
this might even be worse than Mitch.
But it's because of how hard y'all went for Kenny. Y'all talked about Kenny and supported Kenny like he was 7 before he had ever accomplished anything.
Bro.
So that's the big reason why.
Bro, but we're talking about a 4% or 5. Let's do a 5% approval rating right now.
Yeah.
So 95% disapproval rating.
Yeah.
What was Kenny's approval rating heading into this last season?
Dang near 97, 98. Everybody
so this is what I'm
Kenny,
saying.
bro.
This isn't just
Everybody
Kenny
love
stands.
Kenny, man.
This isn't just Kenny stands.
But they was like that when they drafted him. When they drafted him, the Kenny crew was already saying, "Man, this is the guy. He's better than all these other guys." Yeah, that's fair.
But what percentage of that is the overall Steeler Nation approval rating? I don't know. I don't think it's like
Kenny,
that
bro,
high.
They were booing Mitch Trubisky within 2 home games, 6 quarters. We have never seen nothing like that, bro. Never. That's the Kenny crowd. So that's part of why everybody else
here's what I'm saying.
Corrected it. They like, well, if that was your energy.
So you're saying 5%, 5% of Steeler Nation.
Not of Steeler Nation,
5%, because it wasn't 5. It was 95%.
It was Kenny Nation. Kenny Nation. Kenny had his own like cult fan base following from Pitt that came over to the Steelers, and it was like, all right, cool. But that's why people have tried to crucify this man now, because they like, yo, every time y'all hollered about game-winning drives, every time y'all hollered about he can do this, every time y'all hollered about he can run, every time y'all hollered about he's just as good as Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and everybody else, and we looking at the results and we're like, are we winning? Yes, but is his play reflective of being better than them guys? It wasn't a yes to that answer, but y'all kept pushing that narrative, so I think now they like, oh, absolutely not. We got a chance to really like change it, bro. We gonna destroy this man now, bro.
Listen,
but it's not you. It's Kenny Nation has it like, bro. It's a cult following for Kenny. It is.
I think this might be a little bit of a straw. It's a cult follower
for Kenny, man.
It might be a little bit of a straw, man. Like I did project Kenny to be like an elite quarterback this year. I did. I thought he was going to be in that class. But as the season,
you said
as the season progressed,
think about it though, Deke. Not an elite quarterback, because elite could be top 10. You know, it's range.
Listen,
you said top 3, so that's why when you're talking about why would people react the way that they react,
I'm one guy.
You're one guy, a part of it.
Come on,
you're not the only person I've heard talk about Kenny like that. I can assure you.
Yeah, but as the season played out, I was pretty realistic about what was going on here. Like, he's not living up. He's not.
Just 2 days ago, you were still hollering that Kenny could legitimately be a better player than Russell Wilson as an option.
He could, yeah. He could. Like, I don't think that's a wrong statement. For next year.
So you see why people react the way they react, though?
Yeah, but I don't see how that's a wrong statement. For next year.
Did you see what Kenny has done in 2 years and what Russ has done in 2 years? And then the only rebuttal is look at the wins.
I mean,
think about that's your rebuttal. That's why people go crazy on Kenny, bro.
This league is also a game.
Kenny, bro.
It's also a game of projections.
Yeah.
Like, you have to look at the full picture. Like,
I'm with
we're
you,
talking
bro.
about Kenny a year and a half in.
I'm with you, bro.
With Matt Canada, injuries, all that stuff.
I'm with you, bro.
Versus Russell Wilson, 13 years in.
I'm with you.
Much more proven track record. I know things were up and down in Denver, but yeah. Did he have a little bit better stats than Kenny Pickett?
You said a little bit? That's
Sure.
see, you said a little bit.
Yeah, but all right, here's the thing.
That be the part,
Kenny,
bro.
dude, Kenny's rookie year. Kenny was better than Russell Wilson Kenny's rookie year.
No, he was not. You
Yes,
can
he
pull
was.
up the stats. It was not the case. If you want to talk wins
If
and
you wanna-
losses, cool. But if we're talking individual player stats, absolutely not, D.
If you want to just look at the stats, sure, but
Well,
all the other
we're saying
ratings, all
apples to
the other
apples.
ratings, the efficiency, Kenny did really good. End of 2022.
He did.
End of 2022.
Listen,
really
we can
good.
say
Almost
he
made the
did. We can
playoffs.
say he did really good. We can say he finished strong, and that could be true. But it could also be that Russ still played better than Kenny these past 2 seasons. That could also be true. I just don't think we have to blend.
I'll give him
I
last
think,
year. Definitely last year. I won't say that for Kenny's rookie year. No.
What was Kenny's stats his rookie year, D?
No,
Larry's pull up, bro. Did you see a touchdown to interception ratio his first year?
and that's fine. I know what I saw out there. He was a better player than Russell Wilson was terrible his first year in Denver. Like he was terrible.
D.
Whenever we were talking about who was supposed to make the Pro Bowl,
so if Russ
remember we were
was
talking about the
terrible,
alternates?
my
We weren't
question
talking
is
about
this:
Russell Wilson. We were talking about Kenny
if
Pickett
Russ was
over Derek Carr.
terrible, if Russ was terrible, what does that say for Kenny? It's my only question, bro. Like, I get Russ for the dollar amount we might not want, and that's a different conversation.
We're
but to
we're
say
having
that
different
Russ was
conversations right now.
terrible in contrast to what Kenny did his first year, if Russ gave you terrible,
I'm
then
not talk-
what did Kenny give you?
I'm not talking Russ. Russ wasn't good. Kenny was good second half of the season. Kenny was good.
And I agree
He was
with
flat
you,
out
bro.
good. I don't care
100%,
whatever
bro.
stats you want to throw.
100%.
Kenny was flat out good at quarterback.
Good. We're both agreed that he was good. But then you also said that his good was better than Russ. That's the disconnect.
I'm talking for that stretch that season. Russ was bad, dude. He was really bad.
So,
But I'm not even trying to have this conversation. All you brought up was, could Kenny be better than Russ next year?
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
Yeah. But you brought it up.
Dude's going into year 3.
Think about it, though,
Dude's
D.
going to have a new offensive coordinator here in Arthur Smith versus having Matt Canada.
Do you hear the
Hopefully he can stay
confidence?
healthy. Like that's the one big problem I have.
So
with
do
him.
you see how you were fighting tooth and nail for Kenny? When you ask why are people going so hard at Kenny, it's because you fight like that for a guy that the majority of the league would say has not done anything to warrant that type of passion from you. That's why a lot of people go at Kenny, because it's not just you that have that type of passion. He came with a crazy following, Deke. So when people go at Kenny, it's because they face a lot of people that talk just like you, that will bring up all this other fairy tale stuff, and we're like, this is cool, but we're talking intangible.
I don't know. Fairy tale after his rookie year. I won't say that. I think there was a reason for optimism. But it didn't work out last year. I've said that how many times? I said Mason was the better quarterback. How many times?
We're on the same page, but optimism, faith, projection.
I mean, you got to do that. Like when you're talking about the NFL.
But
like,
are all three of those variations of what? Something that is not there, i.e. fairy tale stuff. I'm not just speaking just to speak, bro. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. A projection, a faith, a optimism, what I think might happen.
You have to do that in the league. You have to do that when you're talking about players. Like,
which I do
agree.
You
legitimately have to.
Which I would agree.
Because what?
But this is my thing.
Josh Allen, Bills moved off Josh Allen.
But check it out though. This is my only issue. You can't throw that out there as a projection because this is what you're supposed to do with sports, and then feel some type of way when it doesn't work out, and now people hold your feet to the fire. That's what they're doing with Kenny, because a lot of projections said that Kenny was the most pro-ready, that Kenny was going to be able to do this, this, and this. And through 2 seasons, that has not been the case. In 2 seasons, it's been questions of who the best quarterback on our roster is, even to the point where you said that Mason was the best guy at the time.
So how do I feel some type of way about it? I'm saying matter of the fact things. Mason was better than Kenny last year.
Uh-huh.
And I understand why we signed Russell Wilson. I completely get it.
Good. We're on the same page then. The only issue I have is when you say that Kenny did anything better than Russ. That's my issue,
I wasn't even talking about that. We could argue about it.
But that's what you had
season.
said, though. That's what
I
you said.
I didn't talk about that. Just right now, yes. I brought that up right now, but we weren't even talking about that.
But that's what the conversation shifted when you brought that up as a defense mechanism to defend
rookie,
Kenny.
So, yeah, that's something we can agree to disagree on.
Fair
Kenny's
enough
rookie
then.
year versus Russell's first year at Denver. But
fair enough, bro.
In terms of Kenny actually being good for the Steelers in year 3, being the starter,
those are different conversations. And we're on the same page with that. That's a different conversation. Yeah. But to say that anything that Kenny has done right now versus Russ, he's done better. That ain't something that we could talk about outside of it being more fairy tale. That's what I'm saying. Because number-wise, that's already proven.
If we're going to get into specifics, I would bring up Kenny's rookie year versus Russ in his first year in Denver.
All right,
if you want to get into the specifics, but because that's more recent. But, yeah, overall, yeah, it's Russell Wilson.
Exactly.
That's why I get why we brought him in.
Exactly, bro. That's all.
So this is what I don't get. People expect me to be like so down bad or like in shambles over this. I don't care. Like for me personally, it would be cool to see Kenny get that shot to back up my takes that, I do believe that he could be a really good quarterback in this league. I think he could be the answer for the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
But he also left the door open. I said that how many times at the end of last season?
Yeah.
Mason, he answered the call. He was obviously the best quarterback for us last year, and that's why I was intrigued to see what Mason could do for us this year. But you have a situation pop up where Russell's getting a 1-year deal for vet minimum, and it's low risk, high reward. I get it.
Yeah.
Like the door's still open. The door's still open. So that's why, that's why we're at where we're at right now. Kenny left the door open.
Yeah. So we go see how he responds to it, baby. That's all. We go see. Let's get this thing rolling, though, baby. Let's get this rolling, man. Shoot, we obviously been talking about Russell Wilson signing here, so let's type into some of these super chats to start this thing going off, baby.
All right, we got your boy Dev. Woke up this morning to Russell Wilson signing. 3 has agreed to be on our doorstep, throwing sweet dimes, making amazing throws. This is my message to you, Deke. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right.
There it is. Little Bob Marley, little love. Preach that love today, bro. Salute you.
Fish Momentum says, Steeler Nation, who ride? We ride. Let's ride.
Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited. Hold on, we got something that came in earlier too, man. Greg Yeager, he says, feels like the Omar Khan era is officially underway. I would agree, and I like how he's been operating 2 years in this thing, baby. He's a spender. He's aggressive. It don't always have to be big, buddy, but he gonna go get a name. I like it. El Moranich says, time to get that Russell Wilson jersey, Deke. Let's ride. Now, that is a legitimate question. Are you going to cop the 3? Where's 3 for us? It used to be Ray Ray. Who's 3 now? Do we have a 3? I don't think we got a number 3.
No, he's going to be 3.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't think we got a number 3. Yeah.
Let's see if he beats out Kenny.
If he beats out Kenny, you get the jersey? Is that what we're hearing?
Let's see how the first month of the season goes then.
All right. Hey, that's
I got no problem rooting for Russ. Like I said, I'm partly excited too.
Because I would hope you was. Bro,
this is good for the team. This is good for the team.
Hey, bro, we went 10 games with 3 different quarterbacks, 2 coordinators, and an interim play caller last year, bro. That's all. Like, I'm excited. I think this is a great situation, man. Jeff H. Shout out to you, Jeff H. He says, quit picking on Deke. That's still my job. I'ma mess with Moats instead. Hey, yo, Moats, what them ugly little dookies got to say? Tar Heel Nation, let's go. F Duke. Nah, shout out to Duke, man. Or actually, shout out to UNC. Yeah, they did take it. They actually got the sweep this year. First time in a while, man. But salute UNC, man. We're gonna see what this tournament talking about though. So just though, all right, we'll meet you in the ACC championship. Or actually, hold on, because Pitt got something to say about. Well, actually, y'all might knock off UNC because UNC the 1 seed. So yeah, y'all see them before y'all see Duke. Yeah.
Pitt Pitt should already be in. I shouldn't even have to worry about this right now.
But even ACC tournament though, y'all should still beat a UNC though.
I think we lost them twice this year.
Dang. Yeah, Duke lost them twice too. But either way, I hope Pitt knock y'all off. Now, how about that? And then Pitt can get big dance too. All right, we trying to see who dancing today. We punch tickets. Who punch tickets, man? All right, and then we also had Hardy. Shout out to Hardy as well. Hardy says, which team goes into the season with more hype? Steelers with Mr. Unlimited or the Jets with Aaron Rodgers coming back? I think us with Mr. Unlimited, just because we got more. I think we're going to have more pieces to play with by the time it's all said and done. We still got plenty of money. This move doesn't cost anything but $1.2 million. That's why it typically doesn't happen, So with that being the case, man, I think we can still spend and hopefully get active sooner rather than later. I've been waiting like Deke, man. See our day pop across the ticker again, man. Who we gonna sign? Who we gonna spend on, baby? All right. But yeah, I'm leaning with us. What you think, Deke? You rock with them Jets over there, but you think it's Aaron Rodgers got more hype going into the season? Or it's gonna be Mr. Unlimited, man.
I like us.
There it is. And now our quarter should be Mr. That Guy.
Hashtag and Russ, I trust. Dago 619.
Shout out to Dago, baby. Let's get it.
Fish Momentum. What's good, Deke and Moats? Hashtag Mr. Jack Murray Myers Jr.
No, without a doubt.
He also says, Mr. Kirk, you like that Cousins to the Falcons.
Oh, yeah. Did we see the number on his deal yet? What did he end up getting? I saw Saquon got paid, bro. Saquon got a nice deal, but I didn't see Kirk's deal.
He got a lot of money.
I knew it was a 4-year. Did he go fully guaranteed on him? That's usually the Kirk staple. He go fully guaranteed on you.
I think it was 4 years. I think it was 150.
Shout out to Kirk. Kirk stay with a bag, bro. Kirk stays with a bag. I like it.
Fish Momentum. I get to see Sierra. Dreams do come true.
Automatic, supersonic, hip, not it, funky, fresh, melodic. Do we gotta learn the words of the songs now? Is she like our Taylor Swift? Bro! We said we needed a Taylor Swift. We have been saying that. This could be the cheat code, bro. This could be the cheat code, Deke. Taylor Swift in one suite, Mahomes, Rush.
No, it was 4
Sierra.
for 180. I'm sorry. For Kirk, that's insane.
Go to tell Kirk. Go to tell Kirk. I'm so happy. I just love when Kirk just run the numbers up because we know what it's gonna be. We know what it's gonna be in Atlanta. Atlanta is not moving any needle, but I just love that though. I love it for Kirk, bro. Like I said, bro, I can get behind that right there. But yeah, I think we gotta learn some of the words, bro, just in case. The script might be in our favor right now, bro. Russ, redemption story, Sierra. They both got the little Akashore little deal. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Everything just kind of is falling in place right now. You had the foreshadowing. You called it, bro. You and Ocho. Ocho had the little birdie. Yep. And you said we needed just a star, somebody that can match with the Taylor Swift energy. And now we potentially...
I never said that, but...
It's just kind of in the same boat, bro.
I do think it could help with the script, potentially.
It helps a lot.
Obviously, it hasn't helped with the script for Russ in Denver.
That's because Denver.
Or even in Seattle, he's been married to Sierra for a little bit.
But he already won a championship and went back to another one. So it was like, yo, you can't keep using the same one over there.
Sure, the storyline could be a little better right now.
Right.
The adversity.
But now he get a chance to come to Gotham City. Now he get a chance to redeem himself. Heck, we even got Brandon Marshall talking about breaking Steelers gear back out, bro. Think about that, bro. Think about that. That's where we at now. All because of this move.
Sean McCartney, big pickup for a great price. Even if Wilson starts, I think having a more proven vet will help Kenny's development. The only thing I worry is if the rumors are true that he's a bad teammate.
Well, we're going to find out. That's kind of how I look at it, man. Like I said, I know how people have talked about him from guys that shared the locker room with him at various points throughout their career. And I get it, you know. But the one thing that I will say is based upon what we've currently had and based upon what was available to us for this cost, I don't think you were going to find a better option for $1.2 million. And that's the part for me where I'm like, yeah, we're not sitting here and acting like Russell Wilson is some perfect quarterback that is about to come in here and it's a surefire that we're winning the championship. No, I'm not saying that. But Russ does bring a lot to the table for $1.2 million. Just for context, $1.2 million is essentially what you're, you know, the life of the contract for a 7th round draft pick. In fact, it might be less than that, 1.2, you know? That's the type of stuff that when you're just talking about the value of this player and what he brings for what he's going to cost. Yeah, man. Regardless of any of some of the uncertainty around it, I just think that that's a deal that the Steelers would also agree was just too good to pass up on. But I'll be interested to see which version shows up. It's easy to say bad teammate when a guy is not humble, when a guy is coming in and he's, you know, trying to do his own thing, create his own wave. But when you're also the $50 million quarterback, it's a different mindset. I don't think any of us have been $50 million quarterbacks before, so who knows how we would even operate in that vein. But my mindset, the way I look at it is, man, you're getting a humbled down version. You're getting a version that has something to prove, actually has a lot to prove. And that's the type of guy that you want, man, because that's the guy that is more reminiscent of what you got earlier on in Seattle from a leadership standpoint, from, connecting with the guys type standpoint. And that's kind of what I'm anticipating happening, man, when he gets here. But we will see, man. None of us, can predict the future. We can all just project it to certain extents, but I don't think that that's going to be an issue here personally, man. And I think just structurally top down, Sean Payton, now that more and more information is coming out about him, you start to see what it's like to work with or work for a guy like him, and just what that environment could look like or turn into. Coach Tomlin is a very different person. It's a very different type of leader, very different type of man. I think that that's also going to be a breath of fresh air for Russ in comparison to what he's just coming from, whether we talking Sean Payton or Nathaniel Hackett. So that's the other part where it's just, I think this is a big time asset for where we are right now, man.
Sean McCartney, no more of this let's ride BS. It's Steeler Nation. Here we go.
Hey, look, if he come in, he started winning, you be saying let's ride. You know that. You got to win. That's what it all comes down to, man. You got to win.
Come on, yeah. We got a Russell Wilson gift card from Denver. This will be a competition, and I think it's good for Kenny. Mm-hmm. He'll learn, and it's not over for him. Mm-hmm. He'll get a shot once again. Home run for Omar Khan.
I agree, man. Shoot. If Kenny beats him out, this is great. That means Kenny has developed. That means Kenny is more mature. That means Kenny is ready to take that next step on the field. But if he doesn't, then it still gives Kenny a chance to learn from a guy that has already done everything that Kenny is going to hopefully aspire to do. In terms of winning the championship, Pro Bowls, contracts, being franchise caliber quarterback. So, I don't see a lot of negative for Kenny in that vein. Biggest thing is we go see how much does he believe in himself and what has he been doing in terms of the offseason. Because if he shows back up looking like how he did last year, then it's for certain he's going to get beat out. But if he shows up and he looks new and improved and all these other things that we kind of projecting for him, well, now it's going to be really, really interesting, man.
Baron Bradford, I have a feeling we are getting Queen.
Now, that'd be a splash. I was hoping that we was going to pull up and get a Russ's center, Lloyd Quisenberry, but it looks like he's going to, I think it's Atlanta. I think that's where he said he was getting linked to. So, linebacker is nice, though. Linebacker is nice. I ain't tripping on some O-line, though. Like, go ahead and pull up. Or even grab me a receiver or something, man. We know you know how to cook all this. No, you know how to chef this up. Go ahead, chef us up, man.
President Nitty, Kenny is bumping Future today. LOL. Hi, everybody. Hashtag missing two.
Hey, yo, President Nitty, don't do him like that. I hope Kenny ain't doing that. I can see Kenny doing that. Maybe he just in his own bag, like, you know what, bump this. I can't stand him. I'm a big Future guy now. Sheesh. Yeah. Come on, Kenny, man. Just respond the right way. That's going to be the big thing right now for Kenny. If you respond kind of like what it was looking like with the whole Mason situation at the end of the year, well, that's not going to be the best for you. That's not going to be the best for this team. And it might be the fast track to get you out of Pittsburgh. But if you respond with, I'm going to compete first, and then number two, if it doesn't work out, I'm still going to be eager to learn from this dude and soak up as much information as I can. And if anything happens where he might get hurt, man, it's coming right back to me. So I can't be too pouty about it. That's the thing with Kenny. I'm ready to see how he handles that. Say, be interested though, man. It's gonna be interesting for that, for the guy.
You think he goes Ramon Foster's route at all?
I mean, he could, and if he did that, it would not surprise me. I just think it would just put more validity to the whole end of the season reports. But if he turns it into, bro, I'm here to compete with him, and even if I got beat out, like, I'm still gonna have the right mindset, I think that would do him a lot of good just from how people were perceiving him at the end of last year because of how he handled that. Because people kind of looked at that last year like, bro, that's some weak sauce, that's some little boy energy. Like, that is not what you want at your quarterback position.
That's if it did happen too.
Right. And it was just, the problem is when we don't have any confirmation and we just look at all the actions say yes, But since we don't have a hard confirmation, it gives us plausible deniability. And that's the part that I do like for Kenny. So at least we can give him the benefit of the doubt. Because I'm like, the actions look horrendous across the board. But the team hasn't confirmed one way or the other, and Kenny hasn't confirmed one way or the other. So that's the part where we like, all right, kind of let him live, you know?
Nanzito, Super Bowl odds remain the same. SMH.
Well, right now, I mean, we still a work in progress. What else are we doing, man? From a draft standpoint, from a free agency standpoint. That's where we at. That's the mindset, baby. But in terms of the move, major move, baby. Major move. And y'all hit that like button one time. I see we chunky in the building today, too, man. Salute all of y'all rocking with us. All right. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We tend to have a little bit of fun over here. We like to get it in. Hey, Deke, man, my lady Deuce just took the L in the championship, bro. It be like that sometimes, man. But you know what? Shout out to my Dookie. Shout out to him, man. Guess I got to see what my guys got for me tonight, man. 7 p.m., Deke. 7 p.m., baby. We got another chance, man. Got another chance, man. Dang. Can't believe them. All right, let me get back locked in.
Delusional Steelers fan. Steeler Nation, let's ride. Omar, wake up.
Which movie you think we're going to make, bro?
Vet receiver. Cornerback 2 and a linebacker.
And then go and then go draft for O-line. I like your energy. I feel that vet receiver, and I don't know why though. It's like the oddest. I'm just like, yo, I don't know the name.
We released Allen Robinson.
Yeah, I don't know who though. That's my only problem. Like, I wish I could just but I can see that though, bro.
Yeah, one of the pluses, I was thinking this earlier to Russell Wilson coming here. I wonder if that opens the door for some big names like an OBJ wanting to stop through.
Are you saying that people would be more inclined to want to join Russell Wilson versus Kenny Pickett?
I could see it.
You know I like it. I just didn't know you felt like that. You know I love that, bro. Heck yeah.
It's Russell Wilson.
Heck yeah.
I've said that many
I was about
times.
to say, you know I love that.
It's Russell Wilson.
Heck yeah.
I get this move. We get him for $1 million.
Oh, I'm like, bro, because that's a draw. If you're a free agent, you I think you listen to the convo a lot more with that one versus the other one. I think is more number related, more money related. But yeah, I think we got a chance with that.
Paul Bennett, let's smelt.
Smell? What the heck? What did I miss? All right. I don't know either, but all good. And we had one earlier. Steve _Dadig. Steve Dadig 3 says, Deke, what size jerseys do you wear? Or what size jersey do you wear?
My.
He about to send you one. He gonna hook you up, I think.
Yeah.
Bumblebee.
That's my cousin, so.
Oh, cold-blooded, yo. I love it. Shout out to the fan.
Yeah.
Shout out to the fan, bro.
I've lost weight, so large would probably do.
Shout out.
If you're giving me a Russell Wilson jersey for free, I'll take it.
Block number? You want block number? You want the home, or you want that road white? Which number you want? Or you color rushing it?
I don't care.
All right. Okay.
Dealer's choice it
is, man.
Like I said, I feel like honestly, never mind.
You hit me with the Drake? Oh, that's crazy.
Let's go, UW. Steelers just bought an 07 Range Rover with 180K miles with Russ.
Yeah. Do you know that Range still is going to ride just fine with 100,000 miles as long as you take care of it? What are we talking about? Have you ever seen a 07 Range pull up to like a 24 like Escape? And they both brand new, like fresh, not brand new, but they both like fresh washed and all that other stuff. People gonna look at that Range more than that Escape, even with the miles. I'm just letting you know. But it is fire though. It is fire. Like I said, man, we ain't acting like it's a brand new Range, but it's still a Range now. Don't get it twisted now. It's still a Range.
KD Swag, haven't been this excited about.
Hold on. And Frank K put it up too. It's a Range for $1. That's the other part. Cause yeah, it's the cheapest Range you gonna get, man. We love this Range for this price. It's a great price.
KD Swag, haven't been this excited about Steelers football in 6 years. Protect Russ at all costs. Deke and Kenny will be lurking.
Yo.
If
I was about to
If
say, I
Russ
know Deke ain't
wins-
on that, man.
If Russ wins the job, I'm all for it. I'm all for Russ right now. He's a Steeler. I mean, it's whatever.
That's what I'm talking about, Deke. He might be my
It's-
new favorite type because he, blood. It's my type of guy. Shout out to Russ. Shout out to his transplants. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good move. I like the move. Objectively like the move. Again, I'm just a little bummed that I'm not going to be able to see Kenny in year 3, most likely. That's all.
Respect.
Just
Bro,
to back up what I've been saying about him.
I'm with you on that. I just didn't like how, the chat's a little delayed. They coming at your man KP on the car comparisons. I called him the Escape. They called him a Pinto, calling him a Vespa, and all these other just outlandishly trying your man. You know how that go, bro.
Well, again, like I said,
Seen somebody call him a Saturn.
I don't remember.
Like,
I just don't remember these takes.
It's nuts, bro.
Before 2023.
Yeah.
Switch up's real. I get it. Kenny,
bro.
in a way, did it to himself, but just to how the pendulum swung. Okay.
He's polarizing, man.
Okay.
Quarterback position, man. It's polarizing, bro.
It's a little far.
It's polarizing. When you quarterback, you get all the love, but you also get all the hate. You know how I go.
Let's see. Louis G. Put Deke and Kenny's tears on my fries and watch my blood pressure shoot through the roof. Hella salty, dog. I think people actually want me to be salty.
It's not that they want you to be salty, man. No, they not on that. No.
Do you have any other explanation there?
I don't. I just figure if I left it alone, maybe we could come up with something different. I just don't know yet. But they definitely want something from you, Deke. They want something from you, man. I don't know.
I said it.
They
I
want something
said
from
it.
you, though.
How many times over the last month that Kenny Mason, that'd be my option, or that's what I'd go with. I believe in both guys. I think we could be good with either of them. But if we get Russ for $1 million, completely understand it. Completely understand it, and I'll be good with that too. I just felt like we didn't necessarily need to go outside of what we already had in house and what we were building. Yeah. Truly, that's it. Not that complicated. We get Russell Wilson. All right, cool.
I just like the fact we stood on competition. When Coach T said we're gonna be bringing in competition, when Omar said we're bringing in competition, when Mr. Roney said we're bringing in competition, they held true to their word, bro. They held true to it. That's the thing I like about it.
Yeah.
Held true to their word, man.
A2A Style, our QB 1 and 2 sounds like an old artist I used to listen to back in the day. Wilson Pickett.
Ooh, okay. Salute you then. I like it. And shout out to Wilson Pickett also.
Dominique Williams, let's go 3.
Okay. Putting his flag in the sand.
All right, we got A2A Style. Says no more cold cuts from KP8. It's time to let Russ cook.
Let him cook, bro. Let him cook. See, I ain't even know who's calling Kenny cold cuts, bro. Hey. Kenny, they be giving Kenny a lot of nicknames.
Let's go, UW. Smith's offense targets intermediate routes, 5 to 15 yards past line of scrimmage, where Russ struggles, 26% of passes being in that range, the lowest in the league.
All right. That's all well and good. I guess where does Kenny stack up to Russ in that vein, Because that's kind of where we're going to be at right now of those two, unless we bring in somebody different of those two who can do that type of stuff better. So it's not is Russ better than the league? It's now we know is Russ better than Kenny or is Kenny better than Russ? So let's be a little bit more, locked in with that as we going on, since it is a competition. It is a competition. We're going to find out who can win this thing, Kenny or Russ. So.
Josh Richard. So Russ signing, what message does that send to Kenny? And what's the next move Con has to make?
It's competition for Kenny. Kenny, you better be in the lab and you better respond, man. Come out fighting, come out swinging. I don't care about none of this Russ talk. I don't care about how everybody else is getting excited and writing you off. You look at the guy that you shared a locker room with and a quarterback room with and how he responded in Mason Rudolph. He's already been through this exact thing that you're going through, where They bring in somebody. And they say, you know what, this is the guy that we think should be the guy, right? And it's because you had an opportunity and we didn't think that you did enough in those moments to solidify being the guy. Mason had to sit for multiple years. We talked about something crazy, hit the market, come back, still get talked about even crazier until these last 4 games where he was able to kind of change the narrative around him. For Kenny, man, you look at Mason and you look at that exact way that he handled it, you tell yourself, man, I got to do something similar. Now, hopefully you don't have to wait multiple years for your next opportunity. And at least in this vein, you're going to have a little bit more of a leg to stand on in the competition. Whereas when Mason was a part of the competition with Mitch, it wasn't really a competition. You know, he was kind of just like you here, but you not here. I think for Kenny, man, he's going to have to just have that same type of mentality, same type of mindset. I'm here to work each and every day, and I don't care about anything else. I'm just trying to be better than this guy right here, man. And as long as he does that, man, everything should work out for him. But if not, and he trip out, then, yeah, Omar going to send him on that fast pass up out of here, man.
KD Swag, we finally got a quarterback. Let's load up like the Niners and go all in. Let's spend this money and get to the Super Bowl. Kenny not starting changes everything.
Yeah, and not only does him not starting change everything, we don't know he's not starting just yet, but what I will say is Russ being here for $1 million doesn't change anything in the approach of being aggressive in free agency and building up the roster as best you can. We can still do all of those things because we haven't had to pay the quarterback position just yet. And as long as we keep it like that, man, you can load up. So, you know, for me, I'm definitely looking at that like, which free agents we trying to go get real quick, man? Who trying to make a run for it? Huh? You want to make a run for it? Come on. We got your chance right quick. Come on. Come holler at us. That's how I'm looking, man.
828 style on the real Deke. I just like messing with you because your facial expressions speak loudly. I hope you don't play poker much. No, I don't.
Shoot, I thought you was about to hit the other one. He had said earlier, Deke looked like he wanted to go outside in the rain. Like, jeez. So that's probably what he was followed up with the whole your poker face, man. It's all good, man.
Yeah, this is really weird. I'm actually happy for the Steelers, but yeah, apparently I want to go in the rain and
well, you hear how you're talking.
Salty.
It's just like when you talk on Kenny, you get like animated. You kind of get like louder. You talk with more bass, and then when you talk like about Russ or the team, it's kind of like, yeah, as a whole, it's cool. But I think that's what they refer to, because they kind of just hear the difference, like in your body language. Yeah. Like when you look at a person, you be like, "Why you mad?" You be like, "I ain't mad." You be like, "Well, dang, why you saying so aggressively back if you that bad?" That's what they hollering about with you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I've been strong on my Pickett stance. There's no doubt, but I mean, I don't know. I back Mason too. Like if you're playing good, or I think you can play good, I'm gonna back you. So I think Russ is gonna play good too. The only thing I'm bummed about again is just I don't think I'm gonna be able to see my take through. So I guess if anything, maybe it is. It's almost like a selfish reason as to why I'm bummed, because this is like legitimately good for the Steelers. And I think all the reasons I say KP could be good next year, all the same reasons, if not more, Russell Wilson could be good for us next year, though, too. Yeah. So, Mr. That Guy 89, hashtag.
Oh, hold on, let me go, because I have one another one, too. Samurai Finn. Shout out to Samurai Finn. He says, step 1 of getting Seattle QBs to Pittsburgh. Check. Now we need to get a legit QB to sit behind Russ and develop for a year. Hashtag Penix to Pittsburgh. Hashtag sorry Deke with the cried emojis. Penix to Pittsburgh. Dang, we in there now? Lord. That just seemed a lot, man. We don't just one quarterback at a time, all right? It's one at a time.
Mr. That Guy 89, hashtag in Russ I trust. Dago 619, Moats, why try? LOL, Deke is on the Kenny payroll.
You know, on the Kenny payroll, man. Why y'all coming at Deke like that, man? Deke ain't on the Kenny payroll, man. Deke is just passionate about Kenny, but Deke been rocking with Kenny for a while, too, man.
Greg Yeager, Deke is one of the best gaslighters ever.
Bro, I don't even know where we are
at. Yeah, I'm just rolling it. Some of these might
I
have
was about to say, they all over the place. Yeah, you good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I see it now, yeah.
Anything, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll pull back up later on. You good.
Yo Young, I Uber drive in Philly, and the other fan base's perspective on the Deke, Moats, KP, Russ debate over the weeks has been majority on Deke's side.
There it is. See?
All right. I'll take it. Richard Hunt. Mike T said in the offseason his biggest regret was not winning one for Pouncey. He's trying to get one for Cam and TJ. Hashtag Steeler Nation, let's ride.
Nah, big facts on that. Big facts, man. All right, hold on. I'm going to catch up real quick because, yeah, we got like a little chunk ahead. I'm going to get real quick. All right, KD Swag. He says, if KP beats out Russ, I'm not watching all year. God dang. My man say, yo, he don't want to watch KD even if he beat out Russ. If he beat out Russ, though, that's a different conversation, man. If he beat out Russ, we should all be wanting to watch this. 828 Style says, Deke, KP8 might beat Russ out because he elite during the preseason. He's a beast in training camp and preseason games. Russ might be QB2 if that's the case. That's a perspective. It's a good perspective right there, bro. It
doesn't matter.
It is slanted in your guys' favor.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't care about the preseason and stuff.
And the team has more invested in your guy than in Russ. That's the other part. They got more invested in Kenny, man. Jason Wood also says, in quotations, competition. It's just lip service for KP's ego. That's one way to look at it. But either way, it is still competition regardless of where we stand on it. Competition is competition, and we are all for that. Elijah West says, give me whatever Deke is smoking on, Moats. Give me whatever he's smoking on. Man, Deke is high off of life right now, man. Let my dog be high on life, man. All right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. Elijah West also says, oh, no, I just said that one. All right. Brent Fox. Bro, it was like a good, like, Chuck. Bro, the chat was going crazy. All right. Brent Fox says, as the founder of the Just Say No to Russ campaign, I rescind my remarks. Deke, there is no competition. Hashtag let's ride. And then he does the whole Jordan shrug. Just, yeah. Farron Bradford. Deke, Moats been sparing the Kenny Club for a long time. LOL. KP8 ain't it. Let it go. Good QBs can perform in bad circumstances. He hasn't done that. How you feel about that one, man?
Listen, last year was a bad year for him. Still did good things. There were bad circumstances, and we were 7-4 before he got hurt. So
there it is.
Yeah, I'm not saying what he did last year I would have been okay with this year. Not far from it, but only getting to see him for basically a year and a half worth of games.
Yeah,
I was still interested in what he could do in a year 3. That's all.
Nah, respect.
Pretty much that simple.
Isaiah Aguilar says KP will be the starter this season. Anyone who thinks differently doesn't know how the Steelers operate. LOL. Money talks. There you go. See? It's only $1.2 million associated with Russell Wilson for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean, it's Russell Wilson. I mean, we know what it is, and it's fine. It's completely fine.
It's just $1 million. It's $1.2 million.
Come on, dude.
Kenny, you got a chance, bro.
There's a reason it's $1.2 million, because if he's getting any more money, he's helping out the Broncos. You just caught him. So.
That doesn't fit with the narrative I'm trying to push. The narrative I'm trying to push is we only spent $1.2 million because that's all we valued him for. Okay? So, with that being the case, Kenny still has more skin in the game for the organization. So, your guy should feel really good. That's all.
That's a lie.
I gotta be on that, bro.
Kenny's not feeling great right now.
He should be like, bro, they drafted me. Just remember that.
That's a lie.
Remember my contract. I got more guarantee money than you do right now with the Steelers. Not with the league, but you know what I'm saying. Man. At least to an extent. Make it feel a little bit better. All right, Louis G. Shout out to Louis G. It's your 10th super chat too, man. Salute you on that, Louis G. We appreciate you rocking with us. Says, Deke's takes are almost as bad as Kenny. Crying, laughing emoji. Got the chat going wild right now. Get that man a slap, Moats. He needs a reality check with the crying emojis. Man, listen. Deke got very valid points. Now, the problem is, y'all don't want to hear about Kenny Pickett. So that's why y'all just coming at my dog crazy thing. I get it. All right. But he got some valid points, man. And that is the crazy part with it. It's like all these things that are being said can be true. Some people overshadow this part of the truth. And they just be like, yo, we don't want to hear that part at all. Like, we're done with him. But Kenny still got a chance, man. He still got a lifeline. Beep. It ain't flatline just yet, man. All right. Then they got one more, and then we should be caught up. You at 828 style, right?
I'm at Elijah West now.
Elijah West. Okay, yeah. So perfect. Yep, I got 2 then. 2 and then we're caught up. All right, Mr. That Guy 89. He says, hashtag and Russ I trust. No. You read that one, so we're good there. And then this should be the last one, and we'll be caught up. 828 style says, listen to the Deke talk about KP8 is absolutely the reason I hate Kenny Pickett. God dang.
That's fair. All right. I appreciate that. Yep.
Whoa.
I appreciate that. No other reason but me saying, yeah, that's fine.
He says, listen in.
At least I know.
Let me finish the God dang. That caught me on. I was not ready for that with Deke. Well, I got to proofread you before next time, man. He says, listening to Deke talk about KP8 is absolutely the reason I hate Kenny Pickett. He made me hate the dude because it seems like we are in different realities. God, dog, 828. But you know what? That's transparency, and at least he got that off his chest. So I can't speak for the rest of them, Deke, but 828 don't like Kenny.
I appreciate
because
that.
you. Everybody else, yeah, check with them. But yeah, I wasn't ready for that one, man.
All right, then. Elijah West says Keon Coleman could replace Deontay in year 1.
On paper, yeah. I don't know if the production would equate to that in year 1, though, the same way I think Deontay could give us right now. But if we're talking about just the financial element of it and resetting the clock on the wide receiver, then sure, Keon Coleman makes sense in that vein. But in terms of just, once again, the style of receiver that Deontay is, I don't see that just, all right, just throw him out there. He's going to do that right now. He's just a different style. He's the route runner. We're not talking about just run down the field and go be the jump ball guy or go be the deep threat guy. That's GP's job. But in terms of saucy you up, getting open, route out the route, that's DJ's game. And yeah, that's part of why I've always been on this. I'm not just trying to trade Deontay because I value that a lot more than trying to cut the cost or bringing in somebody young that's I'm going to be pairing with another young receiver. I would be interested to know, even what like a Russell Wilson might think about that, being, you know, where he's coming from with a Jerry Jeudy, a Cortland Sutton, you know, and how at times with Jerry Jeudy, high expectations for him, but at the same time, we kind of looked at him like DJ, where you haven't really been this bona fide franchise one, but you're still a really good player. Would he have wanted to move on from Jerry Jeudy for a rookie, pairing him with another young player as well, or would you rather have the Jerry Jeudy already there and then just bring something else to work with it and kind of let it move out just as the contract ages versus just the hard get rid of him right now? Because that's kind of where we are with DJ. It's like you could move on from DJ and bring something young in, but is that going to do what DJ can do right now?
Like I said before, I think if you're going to trust an organization to do something like that, we are the one.
Yeah.
So on paper, getting rid of DJ makes sense, but it's got to be for the right price. And I think anything worse than a second, just don't do it right now. And I don't know what his market is. You saw Jeudy went for a 5th and a 6th.
I'm waiting to see what happens to T. Higgins.
No way.
Because T. Higgins requested a trade. I think if we could see what his market is, I think that would at least set some type of parameter around what potentially could be a Deontay Johnson, since if you're trading for T. Higgins, you're still going to have to sign into a long-term deal. And if you were going to make a trade for DJ, you would still have to sign into a long-term deal. Both dudes are going to be compensated in double digits this season. But we would all agree that we think T. Higgins is a better player right now than DJ is, or higher ceiling as well.
Yeah, and I don't think it would be the worst thing if we just kept Deontay and let the contract play out.
Like, that's kind of my
worst thing at all.
Yeah.
And just let it be an expiring contract and have the cap space for next offseason.
Yeah. and I don't want to remove a weapon from Russ or Kenny. If it was going to be Kenny out there, like whoever it is, like I think that DJ is a valuable asset to whatever quarterback is back there. But I do feel like, honestly, man, when I saw the Russ news, I'm like, if you're DJ and GP, they're probably jumping for joy right now. I don't think we're going to hear a lot of DJ complaining, you know, the way that some of the reports were saying, you know, that he was kind of pushing for the trade and stuff like that. Regardless of how we view all of that, it's like when you got a Russ Wilson at quarterback, I think that could potentially change that mindset.
Adar Gazar 757 just giving us $5. Thanks.
Salute you, baby. We appreciate you from the heart. From the heart.
Man, a lot of supers today. Thanks,
bro. They in here today, bro. Deke, this is the viewership. It feel like we on a regular season show right now. I'm like, bro, everything up. Hit that like button while y'all lay here, man. All right, we do this. All right, we don't just stop because it's off season. We don't take off season. We just grind. We just have fun with it, man. All right. So we appreciate y'all being here today, though.
Samurai Finn, y'all in the chat are wilding if you think there's not going to be a competition under Tomlin watch. Best QB will be on the field. Kenny can win the starting job.
Yeah, he does have the ability to do any of that type of stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was distracted because remember I told you I had to text my little brother the other day when JMU whooped up on Marshall. This sucker watching us, and he still gonna text me talking about some great game. Go hard. Bro, like I'm coming to bust you up, man. All right, it's still go Dukes, and you lucky your guys' team ain't even playing tonight. All right, we still got another championship to go get. How about that? Appreciate you, Eddie. Sheesh.
Coy Harris, not going to lie, the Mason disrespect is crazy. I feel like Mason deserved, matter of facts, earned a chance to start for us over KP8. But it is what it is. Let's see what Russ brings. Hashtag Gucci flip-flops future.
And that's one of my jams, too. I love that joint. Flip-flop. And that made the lip block. Trust me, baby. We on the same page with it. Trust me, man. But, with Mason or Kenny, the conversation still stems back to for $1.2 million. Would you rather do right by Mason? Would you rather not ruffle Kenny feathers, or would you rather have Russell Wilson on your roster for $1.2 million? I think that's how they looked at the situation, and they understand that it was going to be multifaceted in terms of the impact. What does this do to Kenny Pickett? Probably upsets him. What does this do to Kenny Pickett? Hopefully it motivates him, but he still could turn around and request a trade. What does this do for Mason Rudolph, though? It probably means for Mason that he has zero interest or a lot less interest in coming back here, because now the lane that he might have seen for direct competition for QB1 status is no longer there because Russell Wilson. And from the Steelers' perspective, why would I pay Mason Rudolph anything more than $1.2 million when that's all it took for me to bring in Russ? And Russ has proven, whether we talking last season, the last 5 seasons, or even through a career standpoint, to just be a more productive player. So I can get more production, technically on paper a better player, and for $1.2 million. I don't think Mason was going to be interested in coming back to us for $1.2 million. And that's also the part when we talk about just the market in terms of when certain deals happen, how I can screw certain things up. This doesn't have the full league effect of screwing stuff up because Russ is still getting the 38 from Denver. But these are the type of situations that have them janky ripple effects on a guy like Mason Rudolph. Because Mason probably had a legit chance to get 4, 5, heck, if they loved him, maybe even 8, right? Now there is zero possibility that they're going to be interested to pay him anything greater than, what they paying Russ. Because what's the point of it? That was kind of like when we had Mitch, and Mitch was the backup, and it was like, all right, Mason then took over, and we're like, yeah, we don't know a lot about this offseason, but he's not going to be back for that number because it just doesn't make sense financially. This is the ripple effect for Mason. It sucks for Mason. It's great business for the Steelers. Russ still getting his paper, and he gets to still stick it to Denver, but that's the negative for Mason. He's kind of the collateral, so to speak, man. But for him, maybe he finds a better opportunity somewhere else, because if it goes cold, what is he coming back to? That's the question.
Yeah, he's not coming back here.
Nah.
There's no way.
Just like, I don't see what he would be coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what his best chance is now. I thought his best chance was coming back here to Pittsburgh if it was just going to be him and Kenny. Maybe Vikings. I don't know. With Kirk going to the Falcons.
Could he go to Atlanta maybe?
Who? Mason?
Yeah. Because Ritter is down, but Ritter is what? He's in the same scenario as Kenny is right now. But if he's trying to start, never mind. Because I was thinking about just finding a home right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I think he can find a home. Absolutely. He should be able to find a home. Hell, we'll bring him back to be QB3.
But what I'm saying is for him to have some compensation along with it. That's what I was.
Yeah.
Because if you're the Steelers right now, what you paying Mason Rudolph to come back?
$1 million. Same as last year.
You see what I'm saying? It's like
QB3.
that was a whole argument this offseason of like, yo, if you Mason, you want that bump up, bro, because you feel like you've done something here that warranted an upgraded pay.
Yeah, of course.
But for the Steelers, like
another year, another kicking up the nuts for Mason. Seriously, I mean,
oh my god,
it's unfortunate for him.
My man has the worst luck, bro. I'm just like, God, dog, bro, God, dog. Yeah, but that's what it's at right now.
Any other
man.
offseason, you're probably back here competing
Think
with
about
Kenny,
it, bro.
most likely.
Worst case, $4 million, $5 million deal, and you feeling good. Best case, you might get double digits if they feel like, yo, I really believe in what we saw them last 4 games. But instead, everything has changed now. That's the part that is the business side, and that does suck for Mason, man. I do feel for him in that vein. But at the same time, man, I hope that he still had the same mindset of I'm grinding, I'm working for whatever opportunity, wherever it's located at, and keep that same energy, man. This might have been option 1, but all right, cool. This door closed. Let's go find another situation, man.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think what the Vikings could make sense because I don't know what they're going to pivot to.
Listen, because
they have a draft pick that's not going to be that early. I don't know. What did they finish last year?
They were 1 game,
they were
or
close,
1 or 2 games out of it.
Yeah, they were kind of close to the playoffs. So they might be in the teens. So they might be out of it for one of the top tier quarterbacks, but they could bring in one of those like a JJ. I'm seeing JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, he's
fly
going
off these
first
boards.
round. Yeah.
Yeah, say like Penix or Bo Nix is there at somewhere in the teams, wherever the Vikings are picking.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a competition for Mason.
Yeah. The part that
it's
sucks,
tough. They're probably going to lean their first rounder if it's close, but it's an opportunity. Like that might be your best opportunity there.
To like compete,
the Raiders maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
Raiders, what are the Raiders doing?
They kind of have a high pick too.
Yeah. We said New England, they probably going to draft something.
Yeah.
And that still doesn't pertain to where Justin Fields lands.
But in terms of being like 1A, 1B, in one of those spots going into the offseason, I think there's a few teams. I again still think Pittsburgh was his best chance.
That's my whole thing because I'm like, I think these opportunities are closing up faster than he would like.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be looked at the same as he would have been looked at here in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Although,
I wouldn't hate him going to New York.
The preferential treatment to Kenny over Mason.
I don't hate him if he went to New York. Maybe you try to play the long, see what's up with Daniel Jones. Obviously, Russ was interested in that situation too. So maybe you seeing something there. Now, granted, you got a lot more money involved with Daniel Jones, but there is still a legitimate chance that you could be the guy over there, or you'll get at least a chance to play some games. They had the little DeVito dude getting action this year.
Yeah.
So it's like Mason could definitely
Mason
he could look
might
at that.
legitimately be better than Daniel Jones.
Right.
He might legitimately be better than a lot of quarterbacks in the league right now. It's just the sample size is so small.
Yeah.
Yeah, how he played at the end of last year was damn good.
Yeah.
Elijah West, Kenny riding around with a poo shiesty on.
Oh, huh? You say you know what the shiesty is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah,
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
Heck yeah, he pulling up like, yo, all right, let him ride if he want to. Let him ride. Where he touchdown that?
Gone to Son 07. With all due respect, the reaction in the chat is the result of putting Kenny on a pedestal too early. I'm not writing him off yet, but going forward, maybe pump the brakes on top 3/top 15 projections. Peace and love, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm one person, though. That's what I'm the one person that said that. I don't know how many other people were doing that.
It's a lot of people that was doing it, though. That's.
But again, 95% of Steeler Nation had a positive approval rating for Kenny Pickett going into last year.
Deke, y'all, you minimizing Kenny Nation, bro. Kenny Nation had its own set of fans.
This
bro.
is what I'm asking though. What's the percentage of Steeler Nation that was Kenny Nation?
I don't know, bro. All I know is you can't
that
act
elicited,
like
that elicited the response.
This is my old issue.
All
though.
this right now.
Why are you trying to minimize people coming at Kenny when Kenny, for a fact, was overshowered with praise and support? And the confidence of how people projected for him, whether it's year 1 or year 2, prior to him doing anything on that level. I think that's another like we can't be acting like that's not legitimate. People hate that, man. They don't like when people get accolation or acknowledgement when they don't feel it is warranted. So now that they got a chance to legitimately call him out for that, that's the bro. They not about to turn that down, man. And he was heavily loved, heavily promoted, heavily talked about. A lot of people project It's like, well, when you set the stage here,
I mean,
and it
wasn't
goes
even
to
just
here.
Steeler Nation. I mean, everyone was thinking he was going to take a good jump in year 2.
And all I'm saying is, it doesn't matter
all
who
these
we want to
people
play.
On ESPN. All these people
Are we
NFL
trying to
Network.
figure out who to place blame on, or are you just trying to?
No, I just find it fun. It's just like
you can't have it both
everyone
ways.
was high on Kenny Pickett, then all of a sudden the season plays out like it does, and now the door's absolutely closed on him. But then but then they're blaming the fans and how we thought of Kenny Pickett as the reason why they're hating on it. Just say his play sucked. Don't blame it on like people for hyping him up, because everyone was hyping him up. A lot of the people that are hating on him right now were probably hyping him up. This is what I'm saying.
Look, we could try to do whatever we want to do about it. Cause and effect. You're on a pedestal. Whoever put you up there, cool. You're up there. You don't live up to the pedestal. Yeah, they gonna crush you, bro. Absolutely. It's simple as that. We could, however we want to justify why he was there, cool. Whoever, why that, yeah, sure. It does not change the fact that he was here and did not live up to that. And that's why they put him down here. And until he has a Mason Rudolph resurgence, think about how John Easton, just an example, talks about Russ. Right? Think about that. You're like, bro, how the heck?
He's one person.
He's an example. The same way you're an example. But y'all are two people that are Kenny supporters. Right? Just examples. With that, though, this is why. It's like, yo, so you could come at this guy and say that this guy sucks, this guy isn't good enough, and he's already done in the short and long term these things. But this guy that hasn't done anything at this level, he gets every benefit of the doubt. He gets every excuse. Anything good happens, it goes for him. Anything that's negative, it's, hey, we're going to wash that off and put it elsewhere. That's why these people are reacting like how they reacted, bro. Regardless of why he got there, people treated him like that, man. It was Matt Kennedy. It was sabotage. It was this. It was that. It was all these other things, bro. And they just fed it with the excuses. This is the whole don't seek comfort. We're like, yo, we can seek comfort or we can seek a solution. We seek comfort enough. They said, okay, I'm going to get a solution then. And Rush now is their solution.
So Matt Canada wasn't a problem.
He's a variable, yes. But to act like he was the reason for all of this when we saw Mason Rudolph coming in the exact same scenario and have success.
Kenny didn't play good last year. Kenny didn't live up.
Yes, but the difference is globally the way people talk about Kenny, the supporters will minimize any negative and scream to the top of their lungs, games won. Fourth quarter comebacks. That's the disconnect.
I don't think anyone's ignoring that he didn't live up, though.
Nah, but
you're saying he could be a viable option for next year.
But you also can't be surprised that the turn would have liked that either, though. You can't tell me that this is supposed to be the guy.
I mean, I am a little bit.
And then he doesn't live up to it. Yeah.
I mean, I am a little bit. Just because, we're sitting at 7-4 when he gets hurt. Like, I don't think – listen, I don't think you can just lump in – I honestly think half the time they lump in Mitch's 3 games last year and attribute them to Kenny. I swear.
That's fine.
Because we didn't get to see Kenny for those last, 5 weeks. And Mason did do really good. So, I mean, that's part of it as well. But
same variables. Same situation.
Well, no, it wasn't. Well, for Kenny, he only got a game and a half of that, and he looked really good in the Bengals game.
Really
he got hurt.
Good, yes.
All I'm saying, he could be a viable option for next year. Like that. That's really it.
He could have been a viable option. No one said he could have been a viable option. But you can't be surprised at why people are turning on Kenny either, though. You go from everybody having these high expectations to now he could be a valuable option. And we're not supposed to.
Funny. No. It's just funny to me.
That's just different, bro. Yeah.
Listen, if you had the takes like Big Noriega,
yeah,
of ripping on Kenny beforehand, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I know
that everybody else didn't have that hard a stance.
I know for like, everyone was high on Kenny.
Yeah. So
the majority of Steelers Nation was high on
You're gonna get the people that are just gonna follow the masses, and because this is cool to say they're gonna go that route, and I do agree. If that's what you're talking to specifically, sure. But as a whole, the majority of the people that feel some way about Kenny are feeling it because of what I've been articulating to you, bro. Like, they praised this man. They said it was this, it was this, it was this. And it just has not lived up to it, bro.
Which is why the door is open.
Absolutely,
is why
bro.
Mason was potentially an option, which is why we kept rolling with Mason at the end of last year, which I thought was the right decision.
Yeah.
And which is why we signed Russell Wilson, which I think, again, objectively is a good decision for the Steelers organization.
That's why I say cause and effect, bro. He still got a chance, though. Because he can also shift it with some new calls. New calls, you go out here and kick butt in all season. You go out here and do what you're supposed to do in the preseason. You try to beat all rest, you beat them out, and now you change the narrative about yourself going forward. We're going to see how he responds, though. But, yeah, all of this, though, yeah, man. I don't want to say, like, because Kenny didn't ask for the support, but the support came with it, man. So, this also what comes with that. It's not fair, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the next one here. International, what do you two think of us signing Derrick Henry?
Me personally, I don't hate it. I don't think we need him though right now because we still do have Najee, we still do have Jaylen Warren. If we're gonna do, what we've been doing, I'm cool with that versus going to pay for Derrick Henry, and now we have to figure out, am I moving Najee? Like, how does that work? And what does that do to Jaylen Warren's role also? I just don't think that I need to make that move per se, because I do feel like we still got two really good backs that are going to get the job done, and I think they're going to be even better just because now you got a quarterback that if he lines up under center, they're not about to just pack the box and say, I dare you to throw it. They're going to have to be a lot more exotic. They're going to have a lot more of the window dressing. It's not going to be this every time we running the ball, that safety's just hanging down there. Nah, because Russ can dagger you because he's done it, and he continues to do it. That, to me, is going to also help these running backs out, man. So that's the other reason why I personally don't think, we need to go get a Derrick Henry right now.
Let's go, UW. Thoughts on going after Gilly as a veteran cornerback?
That's the one I want. If we're going to get a vet corner, come on, man. Let me get my dog Gilly the kid. Bring him back, man. I guess it's not bring him back for you guys. It's bring him back to, like I said, man, it's my dude at Buffalo, man. We drafted the young cat, man. But, yeah, man, everywhere he's been, as he's been aging, it's still been playing at a very high level. He's still showing cornerback one tendencies. And the cost hasn't been too crazy, whether we're talking Carolina, whether we're talking Dallas. So those are the things to me where I'm looking at Gilly and I'm like, man, I already got JPJ. That's my guy. I just need, another guy, and you can be that guy 100%, man. So that's, like I said, how I look at the Gilly move, man.
Fish Momentum wonders if there'll be an Ambition the Kid collab with Sierra.
Low key, that'd be fire. Pull up at Rivers, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah, but I don't know Sierra. I ain't got no connection with her. You know Sierra? I know you dated Glow. You know Amber.
Yeah,
no. You ain't never ran into her at a party?
No, never met her.
Oh.
Mideastern Poppy, Ramadan Kareem to my Muslims watching.
Respect.
Shout out Deke and Moats.
Keep
doing y'all thing. Stay blessed and positive. Let's ride.
I respect you, Mideastern Poppy, because it is the first night of Ramadan out here, man. So salute you on that, man. I like your energy, baby. Like your energy. And I appreciate the support as well, man. That's right. Mr. Unlimited.
Spielberg, now just boost the O-line, get another receiver, and work on the defense. Can't go nowhere but up from here.
Swear that's kind of how I've looked at this for all parties involved, Kenny Pickett included, man. I think this is a dope move. Like I said, man, I can see Kenny responding the right way from this, man. I just think of, like I said, man, my times in the league, man, when you feel like you're supposed to be a starter, you feel like you've established yourself, and then they bring in a veteran guy, and it's like, all right, how do you respond to this thing, man? You can get pissed off and pout, or you can find a way to get better, get in that lab and beat these dudes out, man. And like I said, it is possible, regardless of what people might think. It was plenty of times they look at you like, bro, how are you out there? How are you the one starting? It's like, yo, you get in that lab, you do what you're supposed to do, man. You can do what it takes, man, to beat these type of dudes out, man. And at this stage, yes, Russ has some flaws. 100% he does. That's part of why he's available, because Denver is saying, bro, for 40, we don't want you at this rate, and we're trying to go in a different direction. All right, cool. You don't fit what we doing, bet. Cool. So for Kenny, you got to look at that and say, man, everything ain't sweet over there. Everything ain't perfect over there. But you also got to get in that lab, man, and make sure that you elevate your game. So I said, man, we got a chance with this thing for everything to be beneficial. But whether we talking free agency or draft, man, I think that this is going to make it a lot easier for us to pull some of these pieces too, just because it didn't cost that much, man. We ain't spend 5. We ain't spend 10 on it. 20. We spent 1. So a lot of what we already still want or envision for free agency, we can still do a lot of that stuff. Now, the names might be different as signings happen. I think at one point somebody brought up Christian Wilkins. He done signed, where'd he go? Was that Tennessee? He got one of them like Oakland,
Las Vegas.
Yeah, Raiders. Yeah, he got the crazy deal. So, yeah.
Sean McCartney, I got your back, Deke. Here we go.
There it is. See, you got some people, they fighting for you, dude. They fighting for you, bro.
Yeah, I don't need it, but
hey, Tom, I just peeped. You got a 47 hat on too? Shout out, bro. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to the 47 hat. It's clean little vibe, bro.
I try.
Like your energy in here, man. Let's get it.
Shit,
bro, yo.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trolling me here.
I know this name. Yo.
My brother.
Shout out.
Actually, I don't think he's trolling. He says, I'm with you. Deke, I'm with you. Kenny Pickett played better than Dan Marino at Pitt. I don't know if I'll go that far, but you know what?
That's why you play it, bro. I love it, Evan. Bump that. I love it.
Kenny's senior season up against any of Marino's seasons, it's arguable.
Respect.
It's arguable. But I think Dan Marino had the better career at Pitt for sure. Always game-winning drives, year one. People love to forget. That's true. Mm-hmm. Had a bad OC and a bad O-line.
Facts.
Yeah, I remember I was arguing with him after the Mason Bengals game. I was all for Mason's got to start rest of the year. He was still for KP Kenny? Going to Seattle. But we ultimately ended up picking Mason. We saw the season played out. But yeah, he's still for Kenny. I mean, yeah. I think he thinks similar things to me about just, what Kenny's potential or his ceiling could be or what he could do going into year 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think we're gonna see that. Which it is what it is. Russell Wilson balls out. I'm not gonna be sitting here complaining at all.
If either of them ball out, we ain't complaining. I'm with you, babe. Trust me.
828 style. KP8 needs to be like Geno and don't write back.
That's the facts. We've seen it. We've seen people have swan songs, man, come back and, change how everybody views them, man.
Adar Gazar 757 just gave us 10 bones.
Duh, crib. Salute you. The crib. Appreciate you.
Dylan, Deke, I know you're sick to the stomach right now, but if Russ takes us on a deep playoff run, do y'all think we keep him for the rest of his football career?
Now, that is actually interesting. Because this is a 1 year. But if we were to go on an actual run.
Yeah, it depends on the amount, but I don't see why we wouldn't give Russ a little extension.
Yeah.
If we have a good season with him and deep run, proves he still got it. Because depending on how you look at it, like if he still can play, he's relatively young compared to a bunch of these other legend Hall of Fame type of quarterbacks and how they aged. That's just the question with him. Is he gonna age well here?
Yeah.
And he might. Arthur Smith's system looks like he's still got the arm.
I love the heavy run play action element of it too to protect him. So he's not. We're not like we're asking him to play in an offense where he still has to throw it 40 plus times and kind of be that type of guy either right now.
Yeah, and he seems to have that Tom Brady mindset to where he set his goal of what I want to play like 6 or 7 more years, want to have 2 Super Bowls in the next 5.
Yeah.
I think he works his ass off. I think he takes his body seriously and conditioning and all that. So yeah, he's not a guy I wouldn't put it past. Like a him and Aaron Rodgers, a Tom Brady, dudes that take care of their bodies like that. Dudes that are, I don't know, just like mentally there. I mean, you could tell with Russ. He's got this goal. He's not going to be out and drinking and basically doing things to prevent him reaching his goal.
Yeah, and even when you watch how he works out, he's really smart with his training. Or even when you're watching him doing some of the on-field drill stuff to just stay sharp. He's definitely one of them quarterbacks that he puts a lot into his craft, and that's part of why he's been able to age how he's been aging too, man.
John Easton, can he demand a trade, go to the Vikings, and win a chip? See, I wouldn't want that.
You think the Vikings finna win a chip?
That's what I mean. If Kenny gets traded or whatever, like, I'd hope he does well, whatever new team he goes to. But I'm not rooting for any other team to win a championship here.
Yeah, that's outside of Buffalo, right? I mean, we're on the same page with that. So
no, it's particularly not them.
No. We said of all the teams, they're the only one that's okay. I thought that's what we said. We agreed upon that. Like, they're the outlier.
Never said that.
That's crazy, Deke. I thought that we was on the same page with that one.
No, definitely not them.
Bro, they ain't got one. It's just one. Imagine if it was Dallas or San Fran, New England. You know what I mean? That hit a little different. Green Bay, you know? Buffalo, man, Buffalo's cool, bro. They like the cool kids from around the corner that everybody likes.
I can't say that.
Come on, bro. They had a hard childhood growing up. Parents kind of in and out of their lives, but they're here now, man. We like y'all, man. Y'all cool. Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's go, UW. Penn's about to start up the tanks. Feel bad for Jari and Sid. It's going to be a rough for them.
I saw they were playing. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it's time to tank.
Yeah,
it's time to tank for this team.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's honestly, yeah, like that would be the best approach for the rest of the season. Lose out and maybe get the first overall pick.
But that works a lot better in hockey, though. Correct?
What?
The whole tanking vibe. Hockey and basketball, you can get away with it.
It's just we've been on this is a 16-year run. We just traded Gensel. Like,
yeah, I did see that.
They had the stretch of probably it was like 2-3 weeks ago where you're sitting there saying, all right, if we could go on a run here, then we'll actually maybe be buyers at the trade deadline and bring something in to help us get into the playoffs here. But no, it went basically the opposite way. Penguins laid an egg on a road trip through Canada, and they come back home. They're getting slaughtered by teams, and yeah, they traded Gensel, so we got some picks, we got some players back in return.
Yeah, and
now. Yeah, I think the game or two. How many games have we played since we traded Gensel? I don't even think he's been playing for us.
Right, because the trade was really last. Was it?
I think
a couple of days ago. Yeah, it was last week.
Anyway. But yeah, after we made that trade, we just lost like 4-0 to the Oilers, maybe 6-0 to the Capitals.
Yeah,
it's bad. So just tank and maybe get this first overall pick to pair with Sid.
Respect. Yeah, I was watching the
Caps.
Some
young talent.
The Caps, they kind of got at us. That was they jumped out quick, man.
I think that's where it's at right now.
Respect. Well, all good eras come to an end. We started with 18 of them, and then we on to try and figure it out.
Well, it's just crazy. This is the point we get at. This is the direction the Steelers organization wanted to go. They wanted to entrust their offense with Matt Canada, Mitch Trubisky, and Kenny Pickett over 7. That's the one take. That's the one take no one can refute. That's the one take that I don't think anyone can disagree with here. Like,
but then
come on,
your guy never gets an opportunity if we never move on from 7.
Who?
Kenny. Kenny was the cause and effect. After 7, then we brought in Kenny.
I wanted 7 back before signing Mitch Trubisky or Kenny.
Yeah. I tell you what, if 7 was coming back for $1.2 million like this Russ deal, and we would for the fact would have signed him. The problem was he got, was it 14 the year before that?
I don't think that was happening. I think, like Ben said, I think they were just done with him. They moved on. And I say they made a mistake. I think we have 7 these last 2 years. Come on.
Do you think that they would have said no to Ben Roethlisberger for $1.2 million? I just find that hard. That's all. So I would maybe too. It was like both parties.
I would too.
Yeah.
I honestly would too. Ben said he wanted to come back though, so I'm sure he would have figured out something.
I'm with you on that too. Russ for $1.2 million is, I think, just a very different scenario than that 7.
I'm not
scenario.
even talking about the Russ though. It's just more like these last 2 years. Like,
but I'm saying like that's how we moved on though, because but that was a big part of why they were moving on, the age and the money. It was like, yo, we just going to think it's time, so let's go ahead and move. And then cap wise, we weren't in the best situation. All of that was happening at the same time. So that's why I was like, yeah, he could have wanted to come back. The team could have also wanted to come back. But if that never wasn't going to be agreed upon for 7, and for a lot of players, this is the part with Cam where we like, okay, is it this year, is it next year? Where you got to have that conversation internally of, do I still want to play for this amount of money, or do I retire? Russ is a cheat code because he's still getting $38 million from somewhere else. We're only accounting 1.2 though. I just think for 7, if the number was weird like that, man, he could be playing still. But the problem is his market, his number is not that. And based on his age and how he was aging and his play also, yeah, that's the disconnect.
Yeah, I just feel like if both sides wanted him to come back, he could have came back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Steelers wanted him back though.
Nor did he want to come back for a number that maybe was $1.2 million either.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about this Russ deal. Like, still, like, what if it was like 15 or something? You know, I mean, even less than 20.
Right, but I'm saying at that point, that's a big reason why they were making the decision that they made.
Yeah, that would have been better than Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett.
Well, we're saying that hindsight 2020. When Kenny was drafted, you were one of the main ones talking about Kenny could be like, and we was joking, he's the upgrade, he's number 8. Yeah.
I never said that.
I know you did it, but since everybody was hyping him up, I just followed suit. I said he was the upgrade. I said he was number 8, right? Go add another one. Yeah.
I didn't agree.
Yeah. But that's
the big reason they essentially chose like Matt Canada and, you know, whatever this offensive direction was these last 2 years over Big Ben, and I think that was egregious. KD Swag, what's the difference between KP and Tebow? Both look like trash for almost 4 quarters with a good defense, then make one play at the end. Same guy.
Well, earmuffs, Deke. One has a playoff win. All right? That's the difference right now. And Kenny has a higher ceiling and floor for just NFL play quarterback than Tebow, from my opinion, man. But, yeah. They both kind of got some, you know, some not so savory about them, but Kitty definitely is more quarterback than Tebow in my eyes. But the difference is, in terms of wins, losses, we know Kenny wins a lot. That's the one thing with Tebow. He won, and he did win in the postseason. So, other than that, though, I don't really see a difference. What about you, man?
No, Tebow's never played as good as Kenny did for Kenny's rookie year, like that on a just a game in, game out basis for all 4 quarters.
Like
basis.
The weird fluky, he just get this like energy in the fourth. It's like, what is this, man?
Yeah, that's like inexplicable stuff.
It was
that Tebow
crazy,
was doing.
Yeah.
Whereas Kenny, you can actually see him playing quarterback, first quarter, second quarter, making quarterback type of throws.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't see that.
Yeah, Tebow, I'd be like, bro, how did that just work? What is that? Yeah. I don't feel like when I look at Tebow or when I look at Kenny do something good, I'm like, how did that happen? It was times where we watch Tebow make a play, he's like, yo, how did that happen, bro?
Benny Guava, what's up, Deke and Moats? How do you guys feel about cutting Casey and getting Simmons and Gardner Johnson? Sure.
Yeah, those are, to me, better players in comparison to DeMonte Casey. So, yeah, if you're talking about bringing them type of dudes, one or both, I'm all for that, man. Both of them dudes could get after it. And then when you're pairing that with a Minkah Fitzpatrick, yeah, man, that's one of the no-brainer ones to me, man. But the number has to be right. C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Justin Simmons are both going to, I think, respectively in their own, like, they're going to both command good deals. Nothing groundbreaking, but I think both of them are going to get good money. Will we want to pay for both of them? Probably not. That's my old day, man.
Next, Demetric Smith. Guys, Russ comes in, takes the front seat and gives Kenny the back seat. He needs to watch the game because it felt like the game sped up for him a little too much. Give him the Ben Mason treatment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sit for a little bit, man. There's nothing wrong with it, baby. It's nothing wrong with it.
Ardar Gazar, 757. Deke, Russ had a bad OC in 22, and Kenny had a bad OC in 22 and 23. Kenny didn't win a game his rookie year until TJ came back from his pec injury. Check the receipts.
That's also true. In terms of the TJ stat, we know TJ does have.
I mean, Kenny played good. He played good the second half of that season. He played solid. But Russ had a bad OC in 22. Kenny had a bad OC in 22, 23. All right. What's the point of this?
Those are all the reasons that people bring up Kenny. Those are all the excuses they'll use for Kenny. So he's just trying to give you apples to apples. Because
what excuses am I not making for Russ or benefit out?
It's not that you're
not
making for Russ. It's just people will bring up Matt Canada, and they will stand on that till the cows come home. And it's like Russ was dealing with Nathaniel Hackett.
I'll 100% give him. I'm just saying he had a bad season. He had a bad season. He was hurt though too.
It's just
that was a bad season in 2022 for him. Really bad.
Nah, but
that was rough.
But
I was even one of the ones though going back into 2023. I was like, I actually think Russ is gonna not have bad. I think it was a weird year for him in 2022. All I'm saying is I think Kenny's 2022 was better than Russ's. But Russ has everything else. So I get it. Sean 0989. I want nothing than for men to succeed, but he's played like ass.
Oh, he's talking about Kenny.
He has shown very little. It could be perfect letting him sit and learn for a year.
Some validity to that, man, in terms of the potential to sit and learn, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with him getting a chance to sit and learn, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
John Land has joined the upper room.
Shout out to John Land and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Scoy Harris, leave my man Deke Picket Roethlisberger alone. Deke is going to play Wait For You by Future in the car. I got your back, Deke. You a real one.
Hey, bro.
I think that was a
shout out.
A shot at me, honestly, that little comment.
No, man. They will show you love, bro. Because you just got a lot of nicknames. So that's why he's like Deke Pickett Roethlisberger. We know Roethlisberger, that's your surname. That's the one that matters the most. That's why he left that at the end, you know?
Donovan LaRue, Kenny would do good being under Russ for a year. I think this will help him develop and be our long-term quarterback. Kenny really isn't that bad. Let's see with in Canada. Without Canada? Is that what he's trying
maybe
to say?
That's with no Canada? I don't know. Bro. That's got to be it. Something like that. Let's see without Canada. It's got to be it.
Bruce Mitrovic, we just got Russ, and this has been the KP8 show. Chill out, guys.
Oh, no, this has been the Russ show, but KP8 is very much a part of the conversation as it pertains to Russ because KP8 is the first rounder, man. And, he's been the starter, but he's also the guy that the competition was being brought in for. So that's the reason why both of them dudes are talked about as much as they talked about, man. And That's not gonna change for a while, man. You know how it is, go. The kitty lovers, man, they go find, ways to draw their line in the sand for kitty, man, and stick on that, man. And then for everybody else, they pulling up with the Russ ammunition, man. So either way, yeah, that's how it's gonna be for at least until we get to the regular season, man, or at least until we see some tangible stuff. I know when OTAs hit, I better get some eyes on that stuff, man. We see what they talking about, and then obviously training camp, man. So yeah, man, we just get started, baby. We just get started. If you had to pick though, do you like that it's Russ versus Fields from a Kenny competition standpoint? If you had a personal preference of who he was going to compete against, did you
Kenny winning or
just
what's
in
best
general?
for the team?
Do both.
Best for the team, Russ. Best for Kenny, Fields.
Respect.
Yeah, I think Kenny beats out Fields. I think Kenny would have pretty much won the job versus anyone outside of Russ and Kirk.
Respect. I felt like I was.
Depending on
Fields,
if they would have given Mason a fair treatment or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Kenny would have won.
That's you.
Versus almost anyone else out there.
Respect.
That was available. 828, there's no way KPA should demand a trade. No one would even listen. Coaches check stats. Everyone don't have a defense that can keep up in a game until the fourth quarter. Yeah, I don't think he would have this grand trade market right now, to be honest with you.
No, I'm with you. I don't think
it would be smart for him to do.
I think the desire for a trade would come out of a bad place. It would come out of a knee-jerk reaction to the situation, but I think it would definitely do more hurt than good for him. But in terms of trade value, trade markets, he's a quarterback. He started games. Man, worst case, you're going to send him for a 7th. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Mac got, a 6.
I'm like, you still get something off of him just because he plays quarterback. But
I don't think that'd be best for his career.
Nah, not at all, man. If you're Kenny, you sit here and you compete. And whatever comes from this, man, you allow it to play out. But what you can't do is take this approach of, bro, I'm bigger than this, or y'all disrespecting me and I'm out to publicly say this. Act like that's what you cannot do, because you haven't done enough at this level to warrant anything that somebody might deem as being negative or being a cancer or being a bad teammate. You don't get that luxury, man, when you haven't produced or reached some of the heights that some of those guys that have had those labels and survived through them. He just has to do a lot more to get to that level. So, like I said, man, Phil, just take the right approach, baby. Take the right approach. But we're going to see. We'll see.
Dondre Zell, do you have a prediction on our next free agent? Do we have any yet?
Nothing. I think they signed a punter. I think that might have been it.
Yeah, Cameron Johnson.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think there's been anything since then, but that's definitely our punter, since we currently don't have a punter.
Just do it any good?
Well, he's better than our current situation because we had released Presley. So this with the Texans though. I've never watched them like that.
Was the
but I knew
starting
the Texans, though.
punter for the Texans for the last 3 years, started in Philly from 2020 to 2018. Yeah, he looks pretty good to me. Led the league in 2021 in yards, total yards, and punts.
I like it.
Houston, I guess, was trash in 2021.
That's before CJ.
Yeah.
Is that the Watson year when
maybe
when he was sitting?
Yeah, it might have been. And then every year he's averaged over 40 yards net punt.
Let's go. 40 net is the number. I love that.
4 of the 6 years have been over 42 net punt.
I like it.
Looks like we got a guy.
World Chubb says he has 97 kick power on Madden also.
Good.
So salute that. Salute you for that one. I like that, Chew. I haven't, like I said, watched Cameron. I just know the name from the Texans. But salute him, man. I like it. Like I said, we have a punter, so I'm all for it, bro.
Seems like
I'm
we got
all
a good
for it,
guy,
man.
too.
Heck yeah, I'm all for it. Let's ride.
Corey Hewins, now let's get a center and safety signed next.
Well, the two thus far that we've talked about, Mitch Morse, that was one of the names that we had brought up in terms of center options. He just signed with Jacksonville. And then you said Quisenberry was the other guy that I was kind of interested in. Where do we say he was going? It's not Atlanta. I want to say he was in AFC South. I think he was. I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Sean0989, the Russ slander is wild too. Look at his last 4 seasons. He's been top 15 outside of the 2022 season with the Nathaniel Hackett debacle.
Thank you, Sean. That's real life. But the problem with how people have viewed Russ is because they viewed him in the $40 million scope. We're not in the $40 million scope. We're in the $1.2 million scope. So it's very different in terms of how us as Steeler Nation should be viewing this Russ move versus Russ in Denver for all that money or Russ in Seattle for the money that he was making. Just very different in terms of what we are putting on the line for him.
Is Russ top 10 right now?
To me, I think he's a legitimate conversation. Yeah. I would say he's a heck of a whole lot closer than anything we've had the past couple of seasons, from my perspective.
Kevin Marshall, what if Kenny wants out of Pittsburgh? Is Mason an option to come back as quarterback 2? And if they can trade a 6 for Justin Fields, do they make that move? Yeah.
It all starts with...
Yeah, if Kenny wants out,
yeah.
I'd keep the lines open for Mason.
Right. It would have to start with, to me, Kenny would have to do that first before I make Mason a priority over Kenny, though, right now. Like...
Yeah.
Or even making Fields a priority over Kenny. I'm not going to do any of that until Kenny would have to initiate that convo of, bro, I don't want to be here, or I'm upset, or I want a trade. Now, if that happens, yeah, Mason is the first one I'm calling because I want to see how cheap can I get him to come back for. Then if I don't like what we talking, then, yeah, I'm going to probably start to look at Justin Fields and consider that option because I still would like to have the scenario where I have this young guy still kind of controlling his, rights. And there's still the potential that, you could develop. You could be the guy. And if you are, now I got you young. I got you for the next 10 plus years. So that is, something in play. But at the same time, I could also see them saying, if Kenny didn't want to come back, you try to get Mason, draft something mid to late, and they still proceed with how they were probably going to proceed and just operate under the mindset of Russell Wilson as QB1, but we got QB1 on a rookie type deal.
Yeah.
Because it would almost like simplify it to an extent.
If Kenny does one out, we should hear about that soon.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like he's going to wait a month and a half and be like, I want out now.
The only way I could see it being like that is if he got to OTAs and he didn't like the rep distribution or he didn't like how how that was happening. Because right now, everything is more... If he does it now, it's because he's just pissed. He's in his feelings and he doesn't want to deal with the situation. But I can see it being quiet now. You get to OTAs and it's like, all right, you said it was a competition, but why is he getting 7 reps? I'm only getting 3. Or why is it that when the ones go, he gets all the 1 reps, but then you tell me I got the rest of the practice? Because that's what they also hit you with if you the backup. You won't get the 1 reps in OTAs the first 2 periods, but then you'll practice the rest of the day. And you're like, bro, this ain't what we signed up for. This is different. I could see it potentially being not as cool with that scenario if it came down to it.
Yeah. All right, that was Kevin Marshall. Thanks for that. And then A2A Star, if I was KP8 and seen my team sign Russ, I would have taken a pic in front of TV like GP did when he got drafted by us, just to show he stands on business.
I love it. That was
honestly, if Kenny wanted to start getting into a comedian career, that would have been the play.
Man, Kenny better be locked in on football. Football right now. That's all he needs to be worried about. We did have a couple that came in before. Let me get these real quick. Let's go, UW. He says, how do you think the Barkley and Josh Jacobs deals, what effect that will have on what we do with Najee? Now, Saquon got paid. I didn't see what Josh Jacobs got, but Saquon got a nice deal, man. Honestly, though, I don't think they're going to have an impact on Najee just because I view Najee as a different class of running back than I view Saquon and even Josh Jacobs. So, yeah, I don't think that those guys do a lot for me as it pertains to Najee. I think Najee still is he's going to need to have a pretty big year and kind of change just the perception around him to be able to tap into some of that type of money like what Saquon got. It is crazy to think, though, Saquon is considered like the big running back deal, him and Tony Pollard, and they're not even close to the L. Bell deal, the David Johnson deal, the Zeke Elliott deal. It's just like we have come a long way since that time frame, man.
Yeah, is Barkley the highest paid? I saw
Right,
he got 3 for 37.
Yeah, because Pollard got, I think,
That's like
was
12
it
million.
26 or 28? Yeah.
Yeah, Pollard wasn't his like 8 a year?
Yeah. Just like, man, this is crazy.
Jonathan Stevens, was there any more?
Christian Anderson. He says, we need a wide receiver 3. What is the most realistic option for us? The draft, trade, or free agency? For wide receiver 3, I think me and you both kind of said that we like free agency for them to attack that wide receiver 3 market. My problem is identifying the best target, the name. I mean, I think of the draft. I'm like, yeah, Rome Wilson out of Michigan. I'm like, that'd be really intriguing. But I don't know. I mean, we brought up Keon Coleman earlier as well. But in terms of free agent names, yeah, off the top, yeah, I'd have to look at the list or something, man. Yeah, I don't know what I have right now.
Jonathan Stevens, Deke, think about what you're saying.
Oh shoot, hold on. I had 2 more. A couple more. Yeah, my bad. Let me get you real quick. Let me get them. All right, 828 Style. He says, I do hope Russ leaves his Hollywood crew home, though. I pray Mike T nipped that in the bud over the weekend. That's the reason I didn't want Russ too much baggage. I think the Hollywood fame is what helped Russ fall off. Now, we could also make a case that the Russ fame, pomp, and circumstances not directly his fault. Very similar to how the Kenny Picket praise and support wasn't directly his fault either. But now, does it come with the territory? Yeah, and regardless of, was it right or wrong that they got everything that come with it? Yeah, this is the cause and effect of that. But in terms of the Hollywood stuff, the big thing that I heard people have the grievances with was the whole separate office part. If that's the big sticking point, I ain't tripping on that. We can work around that. We can figure that out.
He's coming in to compete. I don't think he's getting a separate office.
That's what's I don't think he's tripping like that.
$50 million.
Right. Denver was doing that. So with Denver, yeah, I'm sure it was a very different mindset. But we ain't tripping. Bro, you come in and work. But I think it's gonna be a different mindset for him also, though. All right, and now we are caught up. So you had Jonathan Stevens, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Deke, think about what you're saying. You say the Steelers would have been the best shot for Rudolph. That should tell you enough about KP right there. Well, I think there's just different circumstances with all these different teams. If he's going to the Patriots, for example, they're picking a guy in the top 3. I think they're gonna lean more towards the top 3 pick over a guy that they're bringing in from the outside. Whereas Mason, he's got that connection. He's got that tie. And we firsthand got to see what he did those last 4 games of 2023. So, yeah, I mean, straight up, Mason outplayed Kenny last year just based off the games that both of them played in total.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I do think he would have the best shot here. It's not really like an indictment on KP, but if Mason can keep that up, then, yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't beat KP out if it was a fair and open competition. But if Mason is more of what we've known him to be for most of his career, then, yeah, KP beats him out, and I still think KP could have been solid for us. Still could be solid. Who knows? But
yeah,
you get my point.
I dig you.
Sean Diddy 6. What's up, guys? If Mason leaves, do you think the Steelers grab another quarterback?
Yeah. I think it'll be draft, though. That's my only thing. I still think the Jordan Travis one. I like that name a lot still.
I mean, Joe Milton would be my pick. Late round pick.
You said late round. TG ain't hearing that late round, bro.
I don't buy it. We need to come up with an over-under on him.
Look, after the whole Anthony Richardson situation, man, I'm scarred. All right. I was like, I just, the backflip. So
we could do second round, maybe. I'll do the... what's considered the over, what's considered the under. Well, I'll say over as in he'll go later
in the second round.
Yeah,
I did. The over is if it's second round or earlier. That could work. We talk to him tomorrow. That'll work.
828 style. Deke, you're right. I was high on KP until I watched him play for 2 years, and that's when he wasn't hurt. I rooted for him, but I've never saw any signs of elite. Only thing I saw was he could be a good quarterback. We need elite.
But he did see he could be a good quarterback at least. That is positivity. I do like that. Because most of the time they won't even give any type of credit to anything. They're just like, yo, he's just terrible. He's trash. He sucks. It's like, no, he is not terrible, trash, suck. He's just right there. And that good to average. Like, can he be more consistently good? That's what we're going to find out, man.
Yeah, we probably won't this year, but, it is what it is. It is what it is.
But we say we won't before he's even competed. So do we not think he has enough talent to win, or is it like you defeated before you even get to the competition? That's what I was trying to figure out. I thought he's legitimately going to compete.
Yeah, it could be interesting. But, I mean, you're bringing in Russell Wilson.
But you also, we were arguing earlier about rookie year Kenny, in your eyes, played better than Russ.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't he be able to beat him out?
You could.
It's just like you don't really believe it yourself. Like when I hear you say it, like I hear you say certain things with more confidence, like you don't really say that with a lot of confidence. Like, I don't know. I'm like, yo, I think if he came here and he's developing like everybody that believes in him can, what says he can't do that?
That's true. But, I mean, it is Russell Wilson. It goes back to everything, like you even said, with off-season stuff. And just being the leader in a locker room and setting a culture. Like, that's what it's Russell Wilson. That's what you're getting.
But Kenny Pickett is also a guy that I just thought that you viewed him being able to do similar things.
Yeah. But, I mean, he hasn't ultimately up to this
You
point.
about to make me not be as confident in him, man. You sound like you don't believe in Kenny, man. Every time we talk Kenny, you be like super confident about him, but now it's like, yo, you not as confident. I'm like, yo, should I not be as confident that Kenny can do these things, man?
Nothing. It has nothing to do with Kenny Pickett. It's you have Russell Wilson here.
I just thought Kenny was still gonna be good though.
I think Russ can be good. Like it's not like, I don't know. Like if Russ does what he's supposed to do, then it's Russ.
So if both play at their best, you don't think Kenny's best is better than Russ's best?
You're just talking about off-season stuff.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, when they compete, if both play their best, who do you think is the better player? If both are playing at their
right
best,
now it's Russ.
All conditions, everything is good, no injuries, just...
Yeah, right now it's Russ.
Okay.
Definitely. But I don't think I've seen Kenny Pickett's best yet. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you signing Russ, I think that means something. I think it definitely means something. Yeah, it's low risk, high reward. Nothing wrong with the signing at all. Elevates the team across the board. But yeah, you're asking me for a betting line. Who do I think is going to win the quarterback competition? I'm going to lean Russ, for sure. But could Kenny still do it? I actually do think he still could beat out Russ. Russ did it to what's his face back in the day when Russ was a rookie.
Matt Flynn and Tavares Jackson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if Kenny is who I'm talking about him being, then that's definitely plausible too. But if Russ is playing good, and it's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough competition. Really tough. Grant Patterson, Moats, check out Willie Drew from Big State, VSU. Guy's a ball-hawking cornerback with great athleticism. We could get with a day 3 pick.
Added him to the list. Let's ride. Let's ride. You know, I gotta stop saying let's ride, huh? Or do we just lean into that?
I'm over it already.
Yeah, I'm not even saying it like intentionally. It's just like happening. Yeah, my bad.
John Land, Trevor Lawrence had Urban Meyer, Mac Jones had Matt Patricia, Sean Payton conspired against Russ. Justin Fields had no O-line protection. All right.
Kenny Pickett had Coach Tomlin though, so he's a defensive-minded coach. And people call him mediocre.
Come on.
I'm just...
That's a plus for Kenny, having Tomlin.
Well, he was bringing up...
Having Canada.
He brought up Urban Meyer and
negative.
Sean Payton. I just figured we'd just break up, try and get your, yeah.
John Land, if they can overcome the... Okay, this is the second part to his comment. If they can overcome those and outperform Kenny, I don't know how you could ever call them or any other quarterback, i.e. Ryan Tannehill or Zach Wilson, a bum and not throw Kenny in that list. If I got to see Kenny in year 3, here's what I'll say. If I got to see Kenny in year 3 go out and do what he did last year, I would not be talking about us giving Kenny Pickett another chance.
You know people are not gonna believe you on that, bro.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't believe you, bro.
That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. I said I would take Mason Rudolph over Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
End of last. I mean, it's kind of proof that I'm not like this crazy tied to Kenny here or anything. I think he can be good. That's all I'm saying. I think he can be good, and we've won games with him, so just wanted to give him another chance. But I guess technically he does, but he also doesn't in my mind, so we'll see.
Man, don't let your faith in Kenny.
Ryan
Come on,
Tannehill,
bro.
he's
Put
been
your
in the
faith
league
Kenny,
how
man.
many years? And we've seen disappointment from him many, many, many times.
Yeah.
Not worth the money.
His swan song was after 4 years of failure. Was it 4 years or 3 years? It might have been 3 years. No, it was 4. Yeah, because that's when they traded him out of Miami.
Yeah, but even with that, I mean, not worth the money. And then Zach Wilson just loses games. Jets disaster. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's apples to apples with Kenny Pickett really. Mikey, you don't miss, has joined the upper room.
Mikey, don't miss. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
E-Frizz, we can't be upset about a vet quarterback at $1.2 million. We should have seen this, though. Russ partially owns Acrisure. All I know is I'm bumping Future at St. Vincent's.
Y'all so messy with the Future stuff, bro. And I rocks with Future. Oh, man. Yeah, but I'm out of respect for the quarterback, you know? Hey, because if that's what it takes for us to get back to a Lombardi, I don't want to do anything that's going to keep, him from being in the best headspace as possible. Okay? So, yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. And I ain't playing with no, man, you playing with a man's wife. Just remember that too, bro. As a man's wife, all right, bro. You play them games you want to, bro. I ain't play them games with that man, bro. No. But he does partly on that action show. That's low-key kind of crazy.
Says they got to trade DJ for a 2 and trade up for Odunze. Yeah, I would do that.
That would be fire.
I would do that, but I don't think we're getting a second for DJ. And then you run the risk of not getting a Dunze or maybe potentially overpaying to get him.
Mm-hmm. Good call.
Russell Schwartz, I said it before and I'll say it again. It took Bradshaw 5 years to develop and what he did. I'm not giving up on Kenny yet.
No, I mean, that's respect. It's just a very different time that we living in comparison to the Bradshaw time frame and just the urgency surrounding, building your team, free agency draft versus like it is now. You literally see, bro, after 1 year, they moving on from people. If you get 2 years, consider yourself blessed. 3 years is almost unheard of right now. They want to know right now. Can you develop? Can you deliver? And at least can you show us the upside to make us have the conversations? And when they feel like that those questions aren't definitively answered, you see, teams moving on. So that's the only thing with the Bradshaw 5-year element of it. As much as I would love for every player to get that luxury, that's just not the reality of it at this level, man. Not anymore. Like I said, within a year to 2 years, man, they are moving on. They don't care.
Yeah, 5 years is too long.
Yeah.
I said all I needed was a third year with Kenny. That's it. And if he's sucking in the first month, I'd pull him and put in whoever our backup was. Mm-hmm. Mason, I'm not going to say Tannehill, but I'd give Kenny a longer leash if it was Tannehill back there, but you get my point.
Yeah, but that's part of why people got issues with Kenny. It's like, what has Kenny done in any part of his career to warrant a longer leash than Ryan Tannehill would?
Because
you catch my drift?
Tannehill ain't the future. At least, like, if you had Mason back there, you could see Kenny ain't doing it. Can Mason save the season? And then if Mason saves the season, it shouldn't get to that point. But Mason comes in here, balls out. Like, we give him a long-term deal. He could be a guy for us for the next 4 or 5 years.
It's just crazy that a guy who has actually been the starting quarterback on a team that went to the AFC Championship is viewed as, I would much rather take the chance on this than that. That's the disconnect for a lot of people with Kenny, man, or the Kenny supporters. It's like, how do you have that strong?
Because we're just talking about a young quarterback and wanting to see him develop, just see what we have. I think that's at least my perspective. Yeah. If he ain't it this year, he ain't it.
You know what? What you just said makes perfect sense, though. You said you want to see him develop, and I think that people want to see us win. And I think those two things are different because him developing, it might take a third year, it might take a fourth year. But for the people that want to win, they've been wanting to win since 16, right? Or whenever they bring up the last playoff win. So I think that might also be a play for your guy, man.
Technically, we do win when he plays. Yeah, that's like I don't think it has to be you're completely sacrificing one for the other.
We win when Mitch played also.
No, we haven't.
Pull up Mitch's record.
It's not a winning record.
Did we win games when Mitch played here? Yes or no?
I think 2.
So we won games when Mitch played here.
Or like 2-6 or something. I don't know exactly.
We win games with any of these guys. Here is what we're trying to tell you. That's what people been saying with Kenny. It's like the winning isn't a Kenny stat. We won with Mason. We won with Mitch. We won with Kenny. We win because Coach Tom was going to win. This defense is going to win. This special team is going to win. Does Kenny do certain things to help us win? Yes. But to act as if those things also aren't true and the criticism aren't true, like that's people have a lot of issues with Kenny surrounding that, bro.
I'm saying even if we were winning and Kenny was playing like he did most of last year, like pull him. That's where I'm at. I just would have liked to see just another like a week 1. This guy's going in starter. Let's see what he got.
Yeah, you just got more patience for him. That's all.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But it's not like this extreme patience. It's just that we're sitting in the off season right now. I'm talking about like for 4 or 5 games.
For the majority of people, they don't need to see a third go around of Kenny. They've seen 2 years. They say, yo, this is enough. I've seen 1 year rookie. All right, I've seen 2 year. All right, bro. I'm not convinced. That's how people move league wide. That's not just me talking. That's just how the league has shown that they move on. We've seen it. So that's why your patience for needing to see a third year with Kenny starting, Kenny getting the first month, they're like, bro, why do we need to see something that's only going to kind of confirm what we already have seen in 2 years? That's what a lot of people have an issue with in terms of why do I have to see it for a third time to finally believe it? It told me the first year. It told me the second year.
Good in the first year.
Why do I got to see it again?
He was good in the first year.
From your perspective, he was good. The majority of people, though, we feel like you got to grade it with a curve. And that's what we talked about, right? Where it's like, yo, the back half of the season, the wins, we're not going to talk about stats. We're just going to focus on these. It's like we got to almost cherry pick certain things to make it fit positively for Kenny. Whereas they don't feel, the majority doesn't feel that you should have to do all of that explaining, moving situations to make a guy look good. It's like if a guy's good, a guy's good.
For his rookie year?
I'm just based off of what the majority sees. That's all.
The majority was ready to roll with Kenny after his rookie year.
There's nothing wrong with that. New information, though.
I know. It was a down year.
So for them people, they say, yo, 2 years, I've seen more than enough.
Hasn't been a full 2 years, though. I mean, it's been injuries and ups and downs. It is what it is. He's opened the door. That's all. He's opened the door. So I understand how everything is taking place. I just don't think it's crazy if the Steelers were to have said, let's see a third year with this Kenny guy. I don't think it would have been crazy at all.
They still haven't said that they don't want to see that.
Yeah, I guess so. Technically. Sean McCartney, I say, yo, go back. I say, I got your back, and you say, I don't need it. WTF, Deke, LOL, JK, all love.
Yo, what to help you out, bro? He trying to show you some love, man. He said he in your quarter, bro.
I was saying I don't need it in the most positive way possible. Like, all the shots can be getting taken on me. I'm completely
D
fine
said,
with
yo, leave your, I don't want your help. Stay over there with it, all right?
No, the roasting's good. I'm fine with it.
I want help. Help me when
it's just I don't know how to respond when people are like, Deke, you're down. Like, I admitted that I'm bummed for Kenny.
Yeah.
Just that side. But overall, this is a really good move.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy for the move. That's it. Like, this is good for the Steelers organization. This is good for the team. It could potentially be good for Kenny, like you said. Could potentially be.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with the move. A2A style. Imagine how the Broncos going to feel when they pay Russ $38 million to beat them in Denver this year.
Don't you love it? We got a chance for that, huh? We do got a chance for that. That'd be dope. That'd be dope to see, man.
Kel Turner, Black Air Force over Blue Collar.
Okay. I'm trying to think though. Who got the black Air Force? Who got the blue collar? Which one you going with?
How about a little both?
Okay. Black Air Force is fire. But shout out to the blue collar though too. Shout out to blue collar. You need them both.
A2A style Moats, you should talk JMU into trading for Kenny Colcuts.
Look, leave me out of this, man. I'm an innocent bystander, all right? I just watched my Lady Dukes lose in the Sun Belt Championship. I got my big boy Guy Dukes 45 minutes away, all right? 45 minutes. I tell you, I'm going to need my energy. All right? So keep me out of it. I want no problems.
Steel 6, first off, I love the outfit. Moats fly as usual.
Appreciate you.
I recently received a phone call by someone named Stupid, and he said that he's you. That's right.
Jesus. Man, chill out, bro. Why they come? Man, look.
That might have been the best one today. I'm not going to lie.
That caught me completely off, bro. I don't like that one, though, man. Hey, no name calling, all right? Stop the name calling.
No, that's fine. Judo, Russ's last 17 games, 35 touchdowns, 10 picks. All right, I like that.
They said washed. I've seen multiple people say that Russ was washed last season, man, or say that he's washed since being in Denver. So I think those numbers are pretty good for a washed guy. I'm with you.
All right, next we got Michael Baker. Smoking on that Kenny pack. I wanted Kenny to be good, but I think his time is up. Deke, you say you like the trade, but your face says otherwise.
They say your body's here with us, but your mind's on the other side of town.
No, I think it's just
what they said, bro.
I just think maybe it's because the conversation surrounding this move has just gone to KP8 bashing. I think that's why maybe
respect.
I don't come off as excited as what people are looking for. It's like, we got Russ. This is awesome. Oh, Kenny sucks. All right, cool.
It is always followed up by something.
That's my thing. Like, I'm not gonna back off my take that I still think Kenny could be the guy for us in year 3. So I'm not backing off that. It's gonna be a tough competition because we have Russell Wilson here, so he might not get that opportunity.
Bruh, it is a lot of that though. You're absolutely right. There is a lot of that. I've seen that, bro.
Maybe that's it.
I'm definitely
trying to
seen
think
that,
through
bro.
this.
Yo, think about it. Any post this Sean and Russ, if you look in comments, bro, it's gonna be half of the bashing Kitty in some way, shape, or form, bro.
So
I can see that.
Like
bro.
I was
can
getting
see
amped,
that.
like
I
early
can
in the show
see that,
when you were
bro.
talking about Russ coming in here and being a leader. I was like, you're 100% right.
I can see that. That makes sense.
He could bring a leadership, a culture, that type of stuff that we've been missing on this offense ever sinse Ben.
That's how I look at it, bro.
There's a ton of positives to this move. And if Kenny does beat him out, that's
it's still a positive.
It is. Yeah, that means Kenny is who I was talking about. A lot of these Kenny supporters have been talking about. Yeah. If not, and Russ balls out and Russ has a good season, then okay, cool. Yeah. I said the same thing about Mason. If Mason beat out Kenny and goes on to have a great 2024 here, hey, I don't care. Yeah. Great. But yeah, the conversation, like if Mason was re-signed,
bro.
If Mason was re-signed, the Kenny hate isn't
as loud.
0 to 60 or
it's
0
not
to
as
100
loud.
right now. It's
they bro, last night, as soon as it dropped, I'm just like, oh.
Which is fine. I
get it, bro.
Dude,
I get it.
I guess whatever. I'm not.
That
I'm
makes
not
sense,
like,
though. That
I'm
makes
not
sense.
like trying to.
That makes sense, though.
Be out here, I guess babysitting for Kenny or anything, or like
But I get what you're
trying
doing
to
though.
keep his feelings away from like the haters. It's just more like
that's
I stand by my take. Like I still think he could be good.
Number one, that's your guy. But number two, there are certain things that are valid with the arguments. But I definitely have seen that part too, though, bro. And that's why you keep hearing me say both things can be true in terms of, Russ can bring a lot of this to the table, but yes, Kenny can still do some positivity. It doesn't have to be that because this is here, we just crucify and talk just outlandish about it. Like, some of the stuff is warranted, though. I get that. But as a whole, it's like, I understand where you're coming from, bro.
Let's see.
We almost to the back end of this thing, though, low key.
I'm probably Benito.
I think we done.
You check out Mike Sanderstill from Michigan yet? He's at Slaw Corner.
No, what did I do this weekend? I did not actually. No, I did not, man. So I'll make sure I have that done. Okay, I need to be better with that. I blame Russ. I'm gonna seek comfort real quick. I blame Russ. All right, Russ done had me distracted these past couple of days. I'm just throwing it out there. When that report came that the interest was mutual. that meet was gonna happen. Yeah. I've been in the lab on Russ, man. But I will do better. I'm gonna do my due diligence. All right. But at least I admitted it. All right. I could have lied and be like, yo, he kind of all right. I think he's straight. I ain't want to do that. I was just no. Russ and JMU. You see, I got all my purple and gold on, man. Yeah. I even got my eggplant foams on. All right. I was dead. I'm singularly focused, but I'm coming back to. Not tomorrow, but at some point this week I'm gonna get you right. All right, schedule's a little bit different because it is my birthday week. All right, just remember that.
HOA style. It seems as if Deke is only positive on KP when his competition was Mitch and Mason because they are just good. Big Deke energy ain't the same against greater quarterbacks. # huh.
How you feel about that comment?
It's Russell Wilson, dude.
Deke, you're complex, but I love it because I could understand it.
Like,
Russ is still one of your guys. He's still one of your quarterbacks.
Russ,
yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, yo,
this is a great signing. Like,
I love this, bro. That is legit because you do respect them quarterbacks that have done that, and I see the respect there. But I could also see you. That's your guy. You fighting for your mans. I see you. It's complex. But if they actually sit back and like they rock with you, they follow you, bro, they can see where you coming from. Because I see it, bro. That's your guy. But at the same time, you respect the heck out of quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls. Guys that you have deemed as elite. You like, yo, they're in that convo. So I see it, bro. I see you. It's just they don't want to hear that. But I see exactly what you want. It makes sense to me now. I see it, bro.
Thanks.
They don't. I see you, though, bro. I know it's like, yeah. Because you look at it like this is, those guys to you, that's the same argument we have when we talk Rodgers at times or any of these other dudes like, yo, I think he's still like that because of that.
You're talking about, bro. To me, Russ 100%. Whenever you ask Russ at his best versus Kenny, like I'm imagining Russ going out there and dropping 40 touchdowns, 4,000 yards.
Absolutely.
Like,
yep.
Kenny, I don't know if he's there yet.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's there yet. Like Russ wasn't there his first couple years.
Very
either.
true.
But Russ had the signs of being clutch quarterback, franchise quarterback. But they didn't ask him to do all this crazy stuff just yet. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying Kenny could develop into something like that. But I mean, we haven't seen it in totality.
I see it. And everybody else, they hard planted flag, stand sorted, like stepping on the body, like, bro, it ain't that either. But yeah, I get you, bro. Just know I know what you want. They tripping. I know what you want.
Okay. Xavier TG, Steeler Country, let's ride, unlimited. Oh, dude, I'm so out on. No, I'm out on it now. I'm really out on it. Let's ride the unlimited stuff. I'm out.
It's unlimited.
Can we do something more that's just like going forward instead of looking back?
Well, I think that's Mr. Unlimited. That was the newest one.
I like the let Russ cook thing, but outside of that, I'm good.
But you're not digging Mr. Unlimited. Like, really. Look, you think you need to go ask Pete Carroll for something direct. You think I need to go holler at Coach T, but no. I'm going to talk to Mr. Unlimited.
Is Big Ben doing that type of shit? Is Tom Brady doing that type of shit, talking about themselves like that?
All three are Super Bowl champs, though. And all three have played and started in multiple Super Bowls also.
But this Mr. Unlimited stuff, it was the start of his downfall in Denver.
Was he Mr. Unlimited in Denver? I thought he just created an Unlimited. I thought he was let's ride in Denver.
Either way, this stuff is just like a bad era for Russ.
Which part was cook and which part was ride? I like
let Russ cook was a couple of those Seahawks years where he was throwing for 30+ touchdowns.
Cook was straight. Let Russ cook. I could get behind that. I hate Let's Ride. That was when you did the satire with the jersey. Yeah.
Evergreen content.
It is. All right, I'm good on that one. I don't want that version. But Mr. Unlimited, I'm like, is Mr. Unlimited just, he got the crew cut. That's what I do know. And Mr. Unlimited had the black tee on with the gold rollie with B. Marshall. If that's that, I can get behind that.
Here's the thing with B. Marshall, too. I did see him say he's going to become a Steeler fan.
You seen him again?
You ain't a real Steeler fan.
You seen what? You heard the story, though.
He is from here. I get that.
He said he was a diehard until he got drafted by the Broncos, and that was because the Steelers had just beat the Broncos.
I get that. So, I get that. But after your playing career, you could have came back on the Steelers.
Now, Deke, you know it ain't that simple, bro. You and me both know it ain't that simple, bro.
You're from here, bro. Like, if
He
you're
killed
from
in
here,
Denver.
all of a sudden Russell comes here. Now you're a Steeler fan.
But think about it. People
You were done playing, and we still have Big Ben. We still have good teams.
It's a large majority that don't even know he's from Pittsburgh, bro.
Really?
They would think he's from Denver or Chicago or Florida, bro. Because for the longest time, that's what I thought. And a lot of people that I've known have thought like that too, man. But now you are hearing more of it with him talking about it, really with the whole Russ interview. Bro, I was Pittsburgh and they had the stuff and it was that. All of a sudden
you're hopping back on now with Russ.
I mean,
what happened to being loyal to the brand or loyal to the team?
But he was also the one that even got the interest publicly going to that extent with his interview. So he's just as much
that interview changes whether or not Russ signs with the Steelers.
I think that interview did a lot of good for Russ because it showed a different version of him.
I did listen to that interview, like you said.
Are you as eager to sign Russ if you don't get a chance to see him in that situation and in that?
I didn't need to hear that. I didn't need to hear it, but it was nice. I think it added to excitement or just added to like
it was a net positive is what I'm
here.
saying. It was a positive impact. Yeah. That's all I'll be. So it's like for B-Bar, it's like, bro, you did something to contribute to him getting here. No different when I think of Ocho Cinco first dropping a little bird, you told me Russ to the Steelers. Back when we was like, we ain't even considering Russ, even talking Russ. So it was like, some of that stuff had to be working right, man.
A2A Style says, Deke, I apologize for bashing. See, now these are actually worse responses. These are responses I don't want at all.
What happened?
A2A Style says, Deke, I apologize for bashing Kenny like I have. Come on, now this is not the direction I wanted to take this. Apologies and I feel bad. Nah, come on, dude.
This is good.
I was just having fun on your behalf, and it's still all up. See, no, come on.
Give Kenny some love.
No,
man.
come on.
Give Kenny some love.
Don't do this.
We want to give Kenny some love, bro.
No, don't do this.
We do. Kenny was wrong.
Kenny do need to change his name to He Hate Me.
Yeah, they saying that Kenny was wrong, and you know what? If we want to go with that, yes.
Please don't apologize for Kenny bashing or roasting me or anything. Please don't.
Why don't you want Kenny to be loved on now? Why don't you want Kenny and you to be loved on now?
Because it's not real.
Maybe they are real. Maybe it's kind of like, I really wanted to like call out the bully.
And it's fine. I don't
and
care.
then
This
you kind of
is
say
sports
like,
talk. We're having
I feel
fun.
guilty
We're going back
about
and
it.
forth. No, it's no biggie at all.
All right, man. Stay clear. Say you just got to give the pity party, man.
Exactly. This is the last thing I want.
DC 53 said you tried to ruin our day with the pity party, man. That's crazy.
I think
man. Yeah, 828, man.
Yeah. Just keep the roasting going if we're gonna go to that direction.
Marcus Driscoll says Deke being a Debbie Downer. No, man. No. He got big Deke energy, man. It's complex today, but it's still big Deke energy, man. All right. Let me get another 828 real quick, man. We did pass over him. He says, just in case y'all forgot, we won with Duck too. This is very true. This is very true.
I mean, it was disasterful though.
Still won. Double-digit wins too.
No, I don't know. I don't know what his record was. Was it 3-3 or something? 4-3.
For the team as a whole, we ended up still. Yeah,
it was a disaster with him.
He definitely won.
Absolute disaster.
He's definitely a winner.
Stop throwing picks.
But he was a winner though.
Yeah. Sean Mays, what's your thoughts on J.C. Home and a trade?
J.C. Horn? Man, we like Horn.
Oh. Misread it.
Where is he at right now? Is he still in Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally need to go and look to see what he specifically did this last season. I liked J.C. a couple years ago when he came out. I did not watch for J.C. Horn last year like that. I mean, he was a high-end talent. He checked a ton of the boxes, pedigree and everything. Yeah, it's just he's been in Carolina. Kind of like Brian Burns down there, too. So, or even Frankie Louvu. Yeah. Did he sign anywhere yet? Have we seen him sign yet?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it happened during the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, we just signed that punter. But that could be a pretty good signing.
Wow, I'm not tripping on it. The flyer, at least. But what does it take? That's convo, but I did not watch him to that extent last season. That's my only issue right now. I can't speak on him to that outside of what he did coming out and early on.
Elijah West, if Ben just did his job instead of being a diva and just been okay with being a mentor to Kenny, maybe we would have gave him another year and Russ never happens.
There are a lot of unknowns surrounding the situation with Seven, the organization, and everything else, man. Unfortunately, we will just never know. We'll just never know.
No, Ben doesn't have to settle for that shit. Just as Tom Brady, Roger, any of these guys, oh yeah, I'm just gonna mentor this dude you bring in and be, oh, I'm so good with this. Yeah, I love it. No.
Yeah.
Hollywood 931. Listen, I'm no Kenny Basher. I'm for the team being a Super Bowl contender, but to be fair, I think we moved past Kenny looking good in the offseason. I still think this is a positive for Kenny, though.
Respect.
Xavier TG, can't trust Deke. Remember, he wanted to trade Najee.
Hey, shout out to you, Xavier TG. You been rocking with us heavy too, man. Salute you. Good to see you in person live again, man. I know you was on the last show we did with a good amount of supers as well, man. So we're glad to actually get you on the show day to day, man. Appreciate you.
That's still a valid take.
No, Deke, you still trading him, bro?
Still very valid.
Do you still want
outside of the last 8
right
weeks
now?
of the season? I think he's up for trade at any point.
No, Deke, don't do Naj like that. Naj is cheap labor right now, man. We're running him into the ground. He has another 800 touches over the next 2 seasons. Then after that, we appreciate you for all the hard work.
Listen, if we get a third rounder for him,
in the next direction,
I think we're stupid not to take it.
Who's going to give a third rounder for Najee Harris right now,
He's got
bro?
a name. Running back market ain't terrible right now.
It
ain't
great either. He's not Tony. He don't play like Tony. He don't play like Saquon.
I mean,
I think he's very valuable for us.
The last 3 seasons.
If it was that valuable, why you want to move on from it then?
Well, another team could look at that and be impressed.
If it was that valuable, why you want to move on from it?
Again, another team might look at that and be like, oh. We need that certainty. We need that consistency over here in the running back room.
It's available.
And he's a name coming out of Alabama.
He said coming out of Alabama. Oh, Deke, man, you pull it out every stop for this one, bro. I just...
First round pick. Someone gave us a third round pick right now. I mean, is it even a question?
If it's a third rounder, yeah, I'm just saying, who would you think is going to be willing to give a third round for a running back, and let alone Najee Harris?
Who knows? There might be a team out there.
I would hope. If that's the case, man, yeah, sign him up. Naj, we appreciate you. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you here to the way that you thought it would have, but a third round pick is great value for you right now. And then I'll go turn around and I'll go draft another one of them things. Middle round and bring him back.
Sign a Banacanda potentially as the third running back.
Okay, I like it. I'm just glad that you said it's the third guy this time. I thought you would say as a starter. I'm glad you said it's the third guy. You know what? Deke, shout out to you, Deke. Shout out to you.
No, Warren would have been our starter. Banacanda would have been the two.
You said the third guy. You said the third.
No, I'm saying whenever, like, if we would have traded Najee for a Banacanda or whatever. Got rid of Najee, brought in a Banacanda.
I can live with that, bro.
Jalen Warren would have been the starter. Banacanda would have been like the 2 for the 1-2 punch.
Respect.
But yeah, whoever we draft then could be like the tandem with Jalen. Like if we get a guy in the top 3 rounds. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Respect. Hey, still a nation. Y'all better chill, man. All them heart eyes bet that another man's wife, bro. Sierra, that's a smoking for a woman, man. Y'all better chill with them hard eyes and all that Google talk. You never mess with another man's rhubarb. Just remember that, bro. You better leave her alone. Yeah, I don't want that problem with Russ. Leave him alone.
Stephen Decker has joined the upper room.
Shout out to Stephen Decker and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Big Noriega, Moats. Does this mean we draft a first-round QB this year or next year? Possibly Shador or Carson Beck in 2025. And sorry, D. Kenny goes to the gulag.
Dang, not the gulag. Jeez. I think next year. I don't think this year we touch quarterback in the first round. Because I do think to an extent they still want to give Kenny a chance to at least feel like he is in a competition. Right, regardless of how valid that truly is behind closed doors, we can't say yay or nay to that. But I do feel like if you draft a first-round quarterback on top of bringing in Russell Wilson, you've essentially said everything that you need to say to Kenny Pickett, regardless of what you're publicly saying on air. And I think that that's something that the team is also very aware of and very conscious of. This move versus the Justin Fields move, I still feel like says we're not completely done with you, Kenny. I think the Justin Fields move, because they were both young players almost in identical stages in their career, I think that to me would be a little bit more of an indictment on Kenny. This is the outlier, just once in a million type of scenario to get a player like Russ for this number. But it doesn't scream that they're completely just done with Kenny. And that's the part for me where it's like, I don't see them taking that approach this season. Now, how does Kenny handle it? What does Kenny look like this offseason, preseason, training camp? If he ever gets an opportunity in the game, what does he look like? I think that's going to determine a lot more if we take a quarterback next season, and along with if Russ, what he looks like this season. If Russ is looking like what he's been able to do before, then yeah, that might be a totally different conversation this time next year. If Russ looks terrible or it looks like, you know what, man, this ain't the direction we want to go, well, that could also take us in a different direction. So some of that stuff we have to let play out, but I don't think any of those moves right now point to us taking a quarterback in the first round or us drafting even a first or second round quarterback this year. I just don't think that's the case right now.
A2A style, I rescind my apology then, Deke. Kenny Colcuss will never be elite. He's rated PG, pure garbage. And if he don't make it here, he'll never be a starter, LOL. Yeah, I appreciate that. God. I appreciate that more than...
Yo,
I apologize to Deke and Kenny. And
I want the apology. Give him the apology. It just sounds better. Can you at least throw with all due respect then before you rescind it? Like, yeah, man. Or just hypothetically speaking, if I were to rescind it, it would look like da 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 da. All right, just geez, that was just real, straightforward.
A2A style. I think Kenny Colcuss would be great as an AAU quarterback. He also says Kenny Colcuss need to call The Rock. He could use him.
Jeez. They really at your mans. Well, actually, it's A2A, but A2A did say he hates him because of you. So I guess this is a personal vendetta he has against you for Kenny.
Yeah, that's fine.
We can respect that then. All right. He at least clarified. He clarified it.
Yeah. Devontae Gray, Kenny is going to be the backup QB on the Pittsburgh Maulers 2025. I don't even think the Maulers are a team anymore.
I was about to say it. I didn't know who the starter would be over if it not Kenny. Oh, come on, man. Don't do him like that, man. Kenny got a chance. All right. They really said PG pure garbage. That is. I don't want to get on y'all bad side. Jeez, y'all just be coming up with everything over here. Just we don't want no problems. AAU quarter. Yep.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Maulers won't be a part of the new USFL.
Oh. Dang, man.
Good run.
Where's our Pittsburgh team at then,
Made
bro?
a championship.
Yeah, did they win it?
No.
Dang. That's right, because the new UFL is starting up, or getting ready to start up. I saw what's the homie Dion? Was it Dion Kane, right? Yeah. Seen him being showcased, one of their like receivers down there. I was like, all right, little Steeler Nation. Let's ride. Dang. I gotta stop the let's ride, bro. I gotta stop that. We're not doing that. I'm stopping it.
A2A style. Kenny Colcuss got my money today.
Hey, look, man. Respect you, A2A style, all right? And I'm just glad that you were able to communicate with Deke what it was. And all right, it's all good. It's all good. Okay? It's all good.
I'm good with A2A.
Yeah.
I got no problems with A2A.
He's been consistent for the most part.
I got no problems with anyone in the chat, really. Yeah. I got no problems.
Yeah. I like it then, bro. I like it.
Yeah, no problems with anyone.
Respect. All right then. All right. Are we good for today's convo with Russ and KP? And we just get them again on Wednesday? Or you had anything else you know what I mean? Like before we go?
It's a good move.
Okay.
End of the day, good move. Objectively a good move.
Okay.
I think it's a good move too. Okay, however you want to slice it.
There you have it.
Good move.
There you have it.
Good move for the Steelers. Good move for the team. Good move for Kenny. Up in the air. Could it be? Yeah, maybe. You know, if we look 5-10 years down the line, who knows? This could be a thing that does help us.
Does this light the fire? Does this light the matchup?
Yeah, who knows?
Like we don't know where that comes from, but this
could be a bad thing for Kenny's career too. Yeah, absolutely.
It's possibility.
But everything really outside of being related to Kenny, it's a good move.
Yeah, I like that, man.
Yeah, real good move.
I like it. All right then. Oh, We got 2 that just came in. I'm gonna hit them real quick. Shout out to A2A Style. He says, "All right, can you get a refund now?" LOL. You gotta talk to YouTube about that. I'm innocent. I don't control any of this type of stuff. Remember, I'm just the guy that just pushes the button and just talks. All right. I don't know a lot. I'm innocent. All right. And then we also had Xavier TG, and he says, Deke over KP8. But he wants Moats over KP8. You don't want me. I'm washed. I'm old. I'm about to be 36. That's old. Okay? To some people. I feel great over here in this space. All right. But Deke got action, bro. I didn't see him go out there and cut up with the arm. I think it'd be interesting. But I believe in Deke. All right.
H-Way South says, let's ride.
You know what? And that's how we're going to get up out of here today, then. So, actually, I guess we not, because I did see Lee Govern. Shout out to you, Lee Govern, as well. Can he? Oh. Shout out to Lee Govern. He spells out can, he, Picket. So they couldn't let your man live. I wanted it to end on Let's Ride. They wanted to end it on that. All right.
That's fine.
So all right, guys, be positive, man. All right. Show Kenny love going forward, please. All right. It's one band, one sound. But either way, we do gratefully appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking with us on today's show. And I love the excitement that we have surrounding this quarterback situation. So we will see what it looks like as it continues into this offseason and what other free agency moves we got coming up, man. But that will do it for today's show. We appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby.
Peace.